zoom in.
Yes, a delay.
There's a delay, yeah.
It's a 5-second delay. All live video. Bless you. Hey, you want me to zoom in on you or zoom out? Zoom in. Tell me how you want it.
Pause.
Oh Lord.
All right. Can you just go back and forth between me and Marcus when I'm speaking and he's reading? Just go back and forth between us.
Okay.
And try keep it more down on us.
Okay.
There's a delay, right?
That's a 5-second delay.
Yeah, I just don't want to get too much of the background of y'all.
Con.
Just keep it focused on us.
All right.
Take the pictures
Huh?
down. Take the pictures down. Yeah, you can take the pictures down.
Sorry, Rob.
That's cool, Con.
Everybody ain't got to know you work for Metro. Everybody ain't got to see y'all boo love it. It's all good.
Con.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, good.
Perfect.
Good. And,
I should have bought the backdrop.
the Black Disciples is in the back. Yeah, on the backdrop. Next time. It's all
You got the
good.
backdrop?
I sure do.
I'm working on getting one made too. HOI Los Angeles. So we good?
Con. Oh yeah. Kept on the way live.
Camera's looking okay.
Rob, I get.
Always leaving my camera stands. Always leaving my camera stands.
Oh, you want a glass? For the wine.
Hey, Kadash.
You want more? You want more water?
Okay, party people in the house, listen up.
All right.
Turn that off.
What? Oh, is it getting?
Oh,
No, it's not getting. You turn it off though.
Hold on.
The screen, get y'all screen. Because that's showing in the background of my camera.
Oh,
Okay.
because you closer.
Yeah, that's showing in the background. I didn't like it. I just put this in. Yeah, these are burnt out quick though.
Yeah.
They're not the large ones. These skinny ones burn out quick. I got plenty of them. Okay, there we go. Alright, so Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, happy new moon, 5th month. All praises to Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Alright, we're going to open up with prayer and get right into the service. Alright. As usual, it's late. It's not a long service.
I thought I was going to get shit.
Huh? I gotta buy that crib, man. So yeah, we're just gonna touch on a few things and a few more scriptures. won't be too long-winded. It's already minutes to 10. So we're gonna make it do what we do. Imagine upon your Jerusalem, stand and face Jerusalem or the east for opening new moon prayer. Alright, the Lord's Prayer and the Shemaz. Hallelujah.
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 Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Dash.
Dash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lakwafka.
Lawafka.
Laba'ah.
Laba'ah.
Haratazaka.
Haratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Lacham.
Lacham.
Kol.
Kol.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Masalak Nawa.
Masalak Nawa.
Kabawafi Nawa.
Kabawafi Nawa.
Kasalak Nawa.
Kasalak Nawa.
Kabawafi Nawa.
Kabawafi Nawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Abiyai Nawa.
Abanayawa.
Manasaya 1.
Ayasaya 1.
Abol.
Abol.
Shai Nawa.
Ashai Nawa.
Man.
Man.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwaf.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Lata Paraf.
Paraf.
Lai Walamyum.
Walamyum.
Hallelujah.
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 English translation. Our Father Yahweh which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Hallelujah.
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 Shema.
Shema.
Yashrala.
Yashrala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Alahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Acha. Shema.
Shema.
Yashrala.
Yashrala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Alahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Acha. Shema.
Shema.
Yashrala.
Yashrala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Alahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, power Yahweh is one. Deuteronomy 6, verse 4. Credo of Israel. Hallelujah.
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 Hashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Yah.
Yah.
Avalon.
Avalon.
Aman.
Aman.
Hallelujah.
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 Repeat the Hebrew only. Repeat the Hebrew only. Drink offering. Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the fruit of the vine. Barakata Yahweh.
Barakata Yahweh.
Ahawa'ah.
Abahah.
Nathanawa.
Abanawa.
Apaya.
Apaya.
Agapan.
Agapan.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Yah.
Yah.
Avalon.
Alam.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
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 La Yahweh.
La Yahweh.
La Yahushua.
La Yahushua.
La Yasha'ala.
La Yasha'ala.
La.
La.
Chadash.
Chadash.
Yorak.
Yorak.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Water.
The water.
Yah.
Alam.
Alam.
Alam. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Dam Yahushua.
Double Yahushua.
Blood of Yahushua.
Blood of Yahushua.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the law. Barakata Yahweh.
Barakata Yahweh.
Ahawa'ah.
Abahah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Atawara.
Atawara.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the light to see. Barakata Yahweh.
Barakata Yahweh.
Ahawa'ah.
Abahah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Ha'awar.
Ha'awar.
Lara'ah.
Lara'ah.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, that gives us the ram's horn to call the people. Barakata Yahweh.
Barakata Yahweh.
Ahawa'ah.
Abahah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hakwaran.
Hakwaran.
Washawapar.
Washawapar.
Wakwara.
Waqara.
Ha'ain.
Ha'ain.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Yah.
Alam.
Avalon.
Alam. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shabbat. Be seated. Oh, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. All praises to Yahweh. B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. Happy new brew moon. 5th month. All right. According to our Hebrew calendar, we know Esau says it's the 7th month, or so-called July. Anybody know who the month July was named after? Don't yell out. I know you know. Anybody else? Anybody else? Help him out, Yahweh.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. God. All right. Anybody know who the name of August was named after? The month August. All right, Yahweh.
Augustus Caesar.
Augustus Caesar, the different Roman Caesars. That's Esau's pride. You know, he think he can name them even the months of the year after himself. Okay? Right? So it's so-called July according to their calendar and their Caesars and their history, but it's the 5th month according to the Hebrew calendar. Okay? All right, so tonight we're just going to touch on a few things going on in the news. And get some edification on a new moon, and that'll be that. Okay? If you learn one thing while you're here, we've done our job. All praises. You learn something you didn't know, we've done our job. You go back over something you did know, we've done our job. Okay? All right. So I'm just setting up this live so I can bear with me. So in the meantime, let's get some encouragement to the saints. All right? Let's go down to the wire. I was talking to Brother Makawar on the way here. I see a lot of Israel complaining about financial problems. All right? Inflation, gas, food. But you gotta still put your faith in the Most High, that He's gonna provide and make a way for you to survive. Go to Philippians 4:11. All right. A lot of brothers and sisters complaining, like I said, about financial issues, things of that nature, inflation, food is high, gas is high, bills. Whatever, but you gotta endure. Just keep doing what you gotta do, and the Most High will bless you and give you a way to survive. Okay? All right, Philippians 4:11. Read that, King.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 11.
When everybody have it, say, Karen.
Not that I speak in respect of wants,
So Paul said, I don't speak in respect of want. Go ahead.
for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
To do what?
To be content.
Paul said, whatever state I'm in, I learn to be content. So, like Makawar made a point when we was talking earlier, it's got to get worse before it gets better. Okay? So you got to be ready to be content in whatever state that you're in. Gas going up, food going up, bills kicking your behind. Right? You can barely hold on to $1. It's bad when Walmart raised their prices. Right? Walmart is the cheapest damn thing in the country. You know what I'm saying? It's bad when a chair used to cost $8.99 at Walmart. Now it's $13.99. You know what I'm saying? So it's bad when Walmart is raising the prices. Right? So when they have over the years they have so-called recessions or whatever, I learned never to complain. If the money goes down, whatever, the Most High gonna still make a way to survive. He gonna still provide. Okay? You may not be able to spend as freely. You got to use wisdom and be a little bit more cautious with your spending, but the Most High still gonna provide. Okay? So I'm just giving a little encouragement because I hear a lot of brothers and sisters complaining about finances. All right, read it again, King.
Philippians chapter 4 verse 11. Not that I speak in respect of wants,
Go ahead.
for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
Whatever state you're in, be content. Come on.
I know both how to be abased,
I know how to be abased. Come on.
and I know how to be abound.
Right. I know how to have plenty or little. Come on.
Everywhere in all things I am instructed both to be full,
To what?
to be full,
Right. We're instructed to be full. Sometimes you're blessed. You know, you're a little bit more than beyond blessed. You got more than enough than what you need. Go ahead.
and to be hungry.
And to be hungry. Sometimes it's a little tight. You gotta suffer a little bit. Right? Go ahead.
Both to abound and
Both to what?
both to abound
Abound. Go ahead.
and to suffer need.
Right. So you got to know how to abound and suffer need. Come on.
I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens me.
What the Lord say?
I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
Right. Right. You can do all things through Hamashiach Yahushai that strengthens us. Done? So this little so-called financial inflation, whatever the case may be, don't worry about it. If you keep the faith, keep the commandments, the Most High still gonna have your back. Okay? All right, go ahead.
Notwithstanding, ye have well done.
Oh, that's it on that. So Paul said, no matter what, give thanks and praise to the Most High, and He's gonna sustain you. Okay? He's gonna give you the things that you need. Give me Isaiah 65 and 11, I believe it is. Let me see what I want. Isaiah 65 and Isaiah 65:13. Go to Isaiah 65 and 13.
And everybody's
Have faith during this time of so-called inflation. The Most High will provide your needs. Isaiah 65:13.
Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
And that drink and eat is also spiritual too. All right, meaning in these last days, the Most High is going to provide our physical, fleshly needs, and also we're not going to be thirsting and hungry for the knowledge. Okay? The servants of the Most High, we're going to be filled with the true knowledge of the Most High in these last days, along with Him sustaining us to live every day. Okay? Right, read on.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Right, a lot of other people, you know, they going to be ashamed. But Israel going to rejoice. We see the prophecies. You still surviving. You still got your roof over your head. You're all right. Most High maintain you. Okay? Right? It can be worse. Right? Come on.
Behold, my servant shall sing for a joy.
What the Lord say?
My servant shall sing for a joy.
Right. The Lord's servant is going to sing for joy. A lot of stuff that we look at in the world is not going to affect us. All praise to the Most High. Okay? A lot of us made it through COVID like it was nothing. Only difference with COVID was the streets was empty.
Yeah.
That was it. COVID was, Most High was blessed. You know what I'm saying? Still doing the work. You was still alright. You still have what you needed. You got a chance to sit in the house and chill. Right? Some people didn't have to go to work and got paid still. Okay? Right, go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall
There
sing.
might be a monkeypox shut down next. Okay? Now they talking about this damn monkeypox every minute on the news. So they might do a lockdown because of the monkeypox. Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall sing for a joy of
Right,
heart.
the servants of the Lord going to sing for joy of heart. Come on.
But ye shall cry for a sorrow of heart.
Right, the others going to cry for sorrow of heart. Come on.
And shall howl for vexation of spirit.
And what?
And shall howl
And
for
shall howl.
vexation
Go ahead.
of spirit.
Right, a lot of these people going to be vexed, man. Because these prophecies going to be kicking they behind. What we going to be doing? Sitting back, doing this work, praising the Most High. And a lot of times laughing. All right, rejoicing and looking at what's going on in the world. Go ahead.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen.
Oh, that's it on that. Go to 2nd Ezra 2. Go to 2nd Ezra 2. And start at 25. 2nd Ezra 2:25.
And everybody got to say con.
Would everybody have it? Say con. 2nd Ezra 2 and 25.
Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 25. Nourish thy children.
Nourish our children. Spiritually, of course, first and foremost. All right? Physically, nourish them, put them on a better diet. We should have our children eating better than how we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? No spam, no Kool-Aid, no pork chops, right?
Corn syrup.
Right, no corn syrup, no pork bacon. Done? All right, but nourish them in the Most High Yahweh first and foremost. Come on.
Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse.
Good.
Establish their feet. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not of one of them perish, for I require them from among thy number.
Right, so the Lord said his servants are not going to perish for the most part. There may be some martyrs for Yahweh, but for the most part, the Most High said his servants are not going to perish. Good.
Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness come,
Right, don't be weary when the day of trouble and heaviness come. Good.
others shall weep and be sorrowful.
What did the Lord say?
Others shall weep and be sorrowful.
Right, others are going to weep and be sorrowful. Some people, this inflation is kicking their behind. Some people is like, yo, it's either food or gas. It's either get to work or food. You know what I'm saying? If I don't go to work, I can't get to work the next day. I can't even think about food. I just got to think about the gas for the next day to get to work. Right? Come on.
But thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
What did the Lord say?
But thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right. Thou shalt be merry and have abundance. All right? We're having a small new moon tonight, but we got everything we need. Food, drink, we together. We in the spirit. All this damn technology. Okay? Right? Some people out there don't even have a meal right now. Y'all see what LA look like? It's getting worse and worse with the homeless out here, man. LA County. Some people out there, man, don't have nothing. I seen in Long Beach, man, PCH and Martin Luther King, which is a historically J corner. I seen like 6 Edomites begging out there the other day. Like, I know from when I first started coming out to California in 2010, I remember that corner was always Jake.
Yeah.
There was a barber shop over there, a fish store, a fish spot. Jake used to always hang out, the VIP records.
Yeah.
That was all Jake for years. Then, every time, all my years I've been passing through Long Beach, that corner been Jake. The other day, like 6 different Edomites over there begging. And I'm not talking about gentrification, Esau move in, take your house, whatever. These were Edomites begging. Man, take your ass downtown, man. Let's go downtown somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Right? Go down near the homos down there, man, and beg them. You know what I'm saying? Go down there by the pier, by the pike, and beg them for money, man. What you doing in the hood?
They're going to feel embarrassed.
Yeah, man. They feel embarrassed amongst their own. Esau straight over there, like I said, it's not a gentrification thing. I knew that corner was like, when I first started coming out here, 2010, 2011, 2012, Jake used to always come hang out over there Thursdays and Fridays. They get up for work Thursday, they come to the barber shop to get a cut, and they all be in there with their cars parked, bumping their Nate Dogg, their Long Beach music, and chilling, you know what I'm saying? Nothing but Jake over there. You ain't even really see car too much. Now Esau's over there just begging, man. Signs of the times. So others shall weep and be sorrowful. You're going to have an abundance. And that's talking about the other nations too. All right, come on.
The heathen shall envy thee.
The heathen shall envy thee. Right? Where we was at? Mike cursed us out the other night, Rob.
Oh, South
he's coming out the movie.
Yeah, South Bay Galleria. Yeah, a proud Edomite pushing a basket.
Proud Edomite pushing a damn shopping cart.
He was in the middle of the road. I tell him to move. And he started talking mess.
We trying to come out the movie theater parking lot. And Edomite, he's walking in the path of the cars. The pathway where the cars go out. So Rob is like, yo, get out the way. He's like, F you. And he called us a BRTC.
Yeah.
The Edomite called us, You know what that really was, though? Well, you niggas in a nice big truck. And I'm walking with this damn shopping cart. Rob said it best. Even in their homeless state, they proud.
They still proud.
Yeah.
But in his mind, he's saying, look at these niggas in that nice big blue brick truck. You know what I'm saying? I was just funny. They got nice bacon. I'm walking with a shopping cart. Yeah. Even in Esau's damn bum state, he's proud, man. He called us some BITCHs, huh? Yeah. And then Rob pulled up on him like, yo, if I get out this truck, and then he calmed all that down.
Yeah, he got
Calmed
quiet.
all that down, you know what I'm saying? That West Side had to come out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, proud. But listen, man, them alley cat Edomites, that's gonna be the worst ones. When this race war jump off, them Edomites that ain't got nothing, ain't got nothing to lose, that's gonna be the worst ones. I remember a day where a nigga didn't even dare walk by a white man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, had to walk
Now
across the
you
street.
driving a big nice truck, and look, Crocker, get out my way, man. I'm trying to get home. He's pushing a cart in the middle of what, like 1 o'clock in the morning? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was 1
Whatever
o'clock
time
in the
it was.
morning.
Yeah, he pushing a cart, but he's in the roadway. Get the hell out the roadway. Cars gotta come out of there. You worried about us? It could have been another crazy Edomite ran you over. Oh, you white trash, get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Esau cold to their own sometime.
Yeah.
But the cat straight called us BITCH. And you poor, you know what I'm saying? The Most High said he hates a poor man that's proud. You know what I'm saying? Esau's a poor man that's proud in his own kingdom. You are bum in your own damn kingdom, but you still proud. You still hate to see a black man have something. We driving a nice little truck, whatever. We coming from a movie, whatever, doing a review, and he walking in the middle of the night with a shopping cart. And in that shopping cart is probably his life possessions. You know what I'm saying? These niggas driving this big truck. You're gonna wait till I finish pushing my cart. This is my street. It's still a white man's world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Proud Edomite, man. Right? But you know what I'm saying? They even in their lowest state, they're proud. Read that again.
Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 28.
Matter of fact, hold that. Give me Isaiah 47 and 1. All right, Isaiah 47 and 1. So you know, Israel, you ain't doing that bad. I'm telling you, man. You complain about inflation, gas, food, whatever. I don't know if I got to get food or gas, whatever. Look, man, Most High kicking some people behind out here, even Esau and the other nations. Right? You know what I'm saying? Even Esau and other nations. A lot of these Moabites, Moab, a lot of them losing their businesses. You know what I'm saying? They be Uber drivers and they be serving you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where's your buffet Chinese restaurant? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most High bringing these people down. I read that, King.
Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1.
When you look at New York, I'm starting to see in New York a lot of homeless Hamites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Ham was living good in New York at one time. They was all up on 116th in Harlem, helping it out, doing business. You go to New York, man, you see Ham homeless now. Most High not playing, man. All right, go ahead.
Come down and sit in the dust.
The Lord said, come down and sit in the dust. Yeah. Call us a BITCH. Man, get out the middle of the road, man. Right? The man was pushing his cart. What was that movie, Down and Out in Beverly Hills?
Yeah, with Nick Nolte.
Remember that with Nick Nolte?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Letting the days go by, letting the water hold me down. Right? Go ahead.
Come down and sit in the dust.
Come on.
O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Go ahead.
Sit on the ground.
Yeah, the white man's coming down to a lower state now. He's pushing a cart in the middle of the night. He's supposed to be somewhere in his house in Orange County or Pasadena somewhere, Beverly Hills, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Pomona, I don't know, somewhere. Why you not out in your fancy home somewhere, Esau? Right now you in what was that, in Torrance?
That was Torrance, yeah.
Yeah, now you in Torrance.
Redondo Beach, actually.
Redondo Beach pushing a damn cart in the middle of the night. Yeah. Calling mad at the black man because he's driving a nice truck. Yeah. And you walking 1 o'clock in the morning pushing a shopping cart. All right, come on.
There is no throne.
There's what?
There is no throne.
There's no more rulership. Esau slipping away from his rulership. Right, come on.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right, your president has COVID. Or symptoms of COVID or whatever. Right? It's probably not COVID, it's damn Alzheimer's. Right? All this damn dirt, man. Right? It's bad. They persecuting Trump, but Trump's still trying to come into office at the same time. They persecuting him for January 6th, but he's talking about re-election. All right? See that? The country is finished, man. This place is finished. Right? President's son is a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's done, man. Right? Come on.
O daughter of the Chaldeans,
Go ahead.
for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right, Esau is no more called tender and delicate, untouched, dainty. All right, the lady of kingdoms. Right, go ahead.
Take the millstones and grind meal.
Now they taking the low level positions and jobs now, and they're even homeless. 1 o'clock in the morning, screaming and cursing, calling a black man of his name because he's driving a decent truck. Right, go ahead.
Uncover thy locks.
Come on.
Make bare the leg.
Go ahead.
Uncover the thigh.
Go ahead.
Pass over the rivers.
Come on.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
What the Lord say?
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yeah, the president's son is a damn base head, man. How low can you go? Who still smokes crack in 2022? Oh, Hunter Biden does, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
The Lord said, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, their shame shall be seen.
Wonder if he gave him a crack pipe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All these white women got exposed with the Roe versus Wade overturn. These white women got exposed, man. They want to murder babies. Their nakedness is being uncovered, right? All these gay men are being exposed. They said the gay men are spreading the monkeypox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is gay Edomite men. You know what I'm saying? Spreading that damn monkeypox. Okay? So their nakedness is being uncovered and their shame is being seen. That more stuff is coming out about that January 6th. They said they got secret, they got text messages from the Secret Service. You know what I'm saying? Even the Secret Service they was texting each other and texting the white supremacists and telling them to overthrow the Capitol and telling them to hang Mike Pence. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming out. Yeah. Yeah, study that. Yeah, they was chanting, hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. And that came from Trump. Trump basically said he's a traitor. He should be lynched like the old time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, remember the brothers were down there teaching on January 6th.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
HOI, New York, New Jersey, Philly, and DC. They went down on January 6th. And them brothers could tell you, man, they can give first-hand accounts of how it was down there. But now it's just more stuff coming out. See, the brothers can't tell nothing how the media can, because everybody in power, the information is leaking out now. They saying they got text messages from the Secret Service telling the people to overthrow the Capitol. From the damn Secret Service, man. You know, but Trump was in office at the time, so he was just giving the order. Show up, it's gonna be wild.
God, I saw them move the barrier. The police moved the barrier before they came out. That was strange. I was like, why would they move the barrier?
Listen, man, listen. They said everybody from politicians to the Capitol Police, some of the people were calling their families and saying, you may not see me again. The people thought they was going to die. Them wild Edomites rushed the Capitol. People were calling up to the politicians. They were calling their family members, I love you, I may not make it home tonight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So their country is being exposed. Yes, y'all, when y'all get a chance, pay attention to that. The news reports are coming out daily, all the time, and more stuff every day coming about the January 6th, January 6th, January 6th. Yeah, man. How's the president saying, hang the vice president? But that's how Esau is, man. Right? Like I always like to refer to that movie Above the Law, right? With Steven Seagal. There's a scene in that movie, I forget that actor's name, he played in a lot of 80s movies, but he's telling Steven Seagal, so Steven Seagal caught the guy that was running for senator, he caught him on video plotting to kill the current senator. So Steven Seagal stepped to the agents and said, so we kill our own senators now? And the guy said, why not? The Romans did it. So when you go back to the Romans, a lot of the Caesars were assassinated, by the hand of other Caesars, whatever, governors or whatever. When you go into Maccabees, remember, when you read the Maccabees intensely, you had a lot of Greek and the Romans that were plotting to assassinate each other, and some of them were assassinating each other. They were killing. That's Esau's track record. So the man said, Mike Pence is a trainer. Hang Mike Pence. The president of the United States basically gave an order to have his own vice president lynched. And listen, if they would have killed Mike Pence, Trump would have been like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? He was a traitor, you know what I'm saying? And I bet you Trump wouldn't have got up on no charges. Bring it out. Yeah, how would
They also, the ones yelling "Hang Mike Pence" also had a gallows.
Yeah, they had a gallows.
And,
Yeah.
hang their noose on a rope.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
matter of fact, they said when everything was over, they went throughout different parts of the Capitol and they saw random nooses hanging from different places.
Wow.
Like some of the Edomites, they were just hanging nooses as a sign, you know what I'm saying, like symbolism. But
They also had a gallows of wood.
in actuality, they had a gallows set up where they would have really tried to hang Mike Pence if they could have. Yeah. So read that again.
Wow.
That
That nakedness.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 3.
Good.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yeah, Esau, your nakedness is going to be uncovered. Go ahead.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, the Most High had that Roe versus Wade overturned to show how evil these so-called white women are. How these white women were coming by in Mercedes Benzes cursing out Brother Yahweh as he was teaching on Hollywood. F you! It's a woman's right to choose! You in a damn drop-top Mercedes Benz. Go drive the damn $70,000 car down Hollywood Boulevard and enjoy the Saturday night. But they so emotional. But that was the Most High uncovering their nakedness. Showing how evil of a people they are. She's in a damn $70,000 drop-top Mercedes Benz. Worried about cursing him out because he talking about Roe versus Wade. She's literally cursing and crying and sticking up her middle finger. Oh, F you, it's a woman's right to choose. So the Most High, he exposed their nakedness to show you how evil they are. They so emotional because they want to kill babies.
That's sad.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Read on.
I will take vengeance.
The Lord said, I'm going to take vengeance. Go ahead.
And I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, the Most High said, I'm not going to meet thee as a man, meaning Yahweh Shah is not coming back through regular childbirth. He's coming as an angelic force. And also the Most High is going to meet them through the elements. He's going to judge them. He don't need to use a man. He can use the elements in the earth. Like the fires, the storms. You know, he said, I'm not going to meet you as a man. When Yahweh Shah returns, he's not going to come like a normal human. He's coming as an angelic being. And when the Most High judge Esau in the last days, he's going to meet them through the elements in the earth too. It tells you in Apocrypha, the earth shall fight for thee or something like that. I'm roughly paraphrasing. The Most High going to use the earth and the elements like they got fires in Texas now. All right, burning up houses. They have fires in Europe. Yeah. Europe is finished, man. And that was a lot of that was started from the heat. Because you know it was a worldwide heat wave for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
A worldwide, you know, it was actually kind of cool out here in Cali. But other parts like back east and all that, man, you know, just right before I came back, it was 90, 95, 97. So, but that was worldwide. They had a worldwide heat advisory. And a lot of the heat caused the fires in France and Spain. A lot of them fires is real bad. Bring it out.
They was talking about a climate emergency.
Yeah, current. So it's all prophecy taking place. Bring it out.
He might come back like the chariots are like, nope. He might come back with killing chariots.
That's how he is coming back. You know what I'm saying? It tell you in
Like, suck 'em
Revelation
in.
1. Get that real quick. Revelation 1 and 7. We're going to finish out Isaiah and then go back to 2nd Ezra. Yeah, you know, we watched the movie Note Monday night, me and Rob, and we did a preview of it. It's up on the HOI Los Angeles channel. If y'all want to watch it. But yeah, you know, the movie was basically, not to give it away, but it was basically about the chariots. There's a little plot twist. We're not going to give it away if you haven't seen it. There's some plot twists, but that's just because Hollywood got to throw a monkey wrench in everything. They can't just tell too much of the truth, you know. So they threw a little monkey wrench in there, but we even dissected that. You know what I'm saying? God, through the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Shah. Because even in them throwing a monkey wrench in, it was still a message. It was still a message in the monkey wrench. Read that, King. Revelation 1 and 7.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Behold, he come with clouds.
And he is Yahweh Shah, of course. He's coming with clouds. Go ahead.
And every eye shall see him.
And what?
And every eye shall see him.
Right, behold, he cometh with clouds, meaning he's coming with the chariots. Remember, I can give this away because this is in the preview. A lot of the scenes of the UFO it was a UFO at first, but in the movie, it was hidden in the clouds, right? Remember when the Hamite actor, he saw the first UFO, it appeared and then it disappeared behind a cloud, right? So read it again.
Behold, he come with clouds,
Yahushua is coming back with the clouds. Come on.
and every eye shall see
Every
him,
eye shall see him. Come on.
and they also which pierced him.
Go ahead.
And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Right, they're going to wail at the second coming of Yahushua. Some of them going to be tears of joy. Some of them going to be tears of grief and wrath and destruction.
Yeah.
So Hollywood knows the truth. Jordan Peele, these directors, they making these movies. Nope, nope, nope. Right? But they know the chariots are on their way. They know the chariots, the so-called UFOs, are recorded in the Bible. So y'all can watch the review when y'all get a chance. It's on HOI Los Angeles. Go back to Isaiah 47 and 3 again. Read it again.
Isaiah chapter 47 verse 3.
Come on.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yeah, Esau, your nakedness is being uncovered. Go ahead.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. Come on.
I will take vengeance.
What the Lord say?
I will take vengeance.
I will take vengeance. Go ahead.
And I will not meet thee as a man.
Right, and also they're talking about overturning the gay marriage law now too.
Great.
They talking about overturning it. Yeah, turning it back. See, Esau is pulling out all the stops to try to bring their birth rates back up.
Yeah.
What happened? Homosexuality doesn't produce any children.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So they putting out all the stops, right? And that's the most I confounding them too. But I saw it on the news today. They're talking about overturning the gay marriage. Remember they legalized gay marriage in 2015, 2013.
Obama.
When Obama,
Yeah,
I think
Barack
like
Obama,
2013. One of them years, but they're talking about now overturning gay marriage, and that's so these they want these Edomites to have more traditional marriages so they can produce children, because Esau birth rates are down. You know, so they're thinking about overturning gay marriage now. This country gonna go into a civil war, man. You know, the Sodomites gonna go crazy on that. I was just about to marry Larry. What are you talking about? I love Larry. My name is Doug, and I love Larry. I was just about to marry him. Now you're taking away my rights. They're gonna be driving by the drop top BMW, cursing us out, sticking their middle finger up the Sodomites, right?
Yeah, with a rainbow flag.
Yeah, with a rainbow flag, right? God, you know what I'm saying? This place is finished, man.
God.
Mosai's doing this place, saying, read on.
As for our Redeemer,
As for our Redeemer, which is Yahushua, come on.
the Lord of hosts is his name.
Come on.
The Holy One of Israel.
Come on.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness,
Good.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
America is the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans were like the wise men and the magi of the Babylonian Empire. So America has the same thing too. They ruled through their witches and warlocks. Right? Come on.
For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
America's not going to be called the Lady of Kingdoms, the little dainty, innocent Lady of Kingdoms. All America's filth coming out now.
Huh.
All the filth is being exposed. You know, you want to hang your own vice president. You found gallows, man. Gallows in damn Washington, D.C. Right? Come on.
I was wroth with my people.
I was what?
I was wroth with my people.
The Lord said he was angry, wroth, meaning he was angry with Israel. Come on.
I have polluted my inheritance.
He polluted us. You know what I'm saying? We destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Killing each other. We bugged out of our mind. All right, I was looking up the 10 worst cities in America on YouTube, right? And all these cities. You know, Esau always going. Either way, he gonna make us look bad in the media, but they was going on into all the cities and how Jake is killing each other. You know what I'm saying? And they were saying like, you know, you're more likely to get shot than some cities. Esau is something else, man. But they just do everything to make us look so bad. You know, you're more likely to get shot in this city just going to see a movie. You know what I'm saying? you know, they hype it up with the media, but you know, I try to check out a little bit of everything to get all kinds of information. So the Spirit just had me yesterday. I was just looking up the worst cities, so-called worst cities in the country. I think St. Louis came in as number one. Yeah, St. Louis came in as number one. Some cities that was on there, I was shocked. But, you know, it's bad. Certain parts of the country where our people are at, it's bad. You know, Jake just killing each other. The crime is real bad. You know, they say certain places, man, don't even go through it. If you're not from there, don't even go through it. Straight up. All right, read on.
I was wroth with my
The
people.
Lord said he was angry with Israel. Come on.
I have polluted my inheritance And
what?
I have polluted my
The
inheritance
Lord said he polluted his inheritance. Come on.
and given them into thy hand.
And what?
And given them into thy
He
hand.
gave us into the hand of Esau because, we broke the law. He put us in captivity. Good.
Thou didst show them no
And
mercy.
they ain't show us no mercy. Right? So we can't, they ain't going to get no mercy. Come on.
Upon the ancient thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke.
Right. They had our ancestors out there working in the fields.
Huh.
12, 14, 16-hour days. You know what I'm saying? You 90 years old, still got to pick cotton in the hot Mississippi sun. Right? No mercy. They didn't show no mercy on our ancient, meaning our elders. Come on.
And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever.
Right? Go ahead.
So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
In Esau's pride, he thought the Most High was going to be with him forever and let him continually do that to us as a people without any retribution. Right? Come on.
Neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Right? You didn't remember that the Most High going to judge you in the end. Right? Come on.
Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures,
Go ahead.
thou dwellest carelessly.
That what?
Thou dwellest carelessly.
Yeah, America's careless, man. Oh, we just can kill our babies. We can just have casual sex, and if we don't want to have the baby, just kill the baby. What's wrong? It's a woman's right to choose. They're careless. All right, come on.
Thou
We
sayest,
don't like the vice president. Just hang him, lynch him, kill him. All right, make the gallows and kill him. Hang Mike Pence. Right, go ahead.
that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside
Yeah,
thee.
America think they the ish and none beside them. Right, come on.
I shall not sit as a widow,
Go ahead.
neither shall I know the loss of children.
Meaning they don't believe that the judgment's going to start coming on them. Come on.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
Come on.
The loss of
The
children,
what?
the loss of
The
children,
loss of children. Go ahead.
and
And
widowhood.
widowhood, because the Lord is killing these Edomites. All right, these shootings. Some of the shootings are us. Some of the shootings are other nations. A lot of times it be Edomites. The loss of children and widowhood. Go ahead.
They shall come.
Mass shootings, school shootings, whatever they call them. Go ahead.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection.
Come on.
For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Right, all the wickedness, witchcraft, evil that America has done, all the spells they cast and rituals they've done. Right, go ahead.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
They have what?
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
Yeah, they trusted in their wickedness. They thought they was going to be evil and sin, and they was going to get away with it. Go ahead.
Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Right, so that's it on that. Right, it's just breaking down, Esau and how the Most High going to judge him and the different thoughts, evil thoughts that Esau has had, thinking the Most High won't judge him. But go back to 2nd Ezra, the original point.
2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 28.
Come on.
The heathen shall envy thee,
The heathen shall envy thee. Go ahead.
but they shall be able to do nothing against thee.
Right, so even in this so-called inflation, things getting a little rough, the Most High said, I'm going to still bless you to where the heathen going to envy you and they ain't going to be able to do nothing against you. All right, go ahead.
Said the Lord, my hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell.
Right, the Most High said, if you're doing right, I'm going to protect your children. Go ahead.
Be joyful, O thy mother,
Come on.
with thy children, for I will deliver thee, said the Lord.
Right, the Lord said He's going to deliver us, right? Kind. So, we don't have to worry about, if you're keeping the commandments, be mindful, right? Always, always pray, fast, stay on your toes, stay talking to the Most High, meditating in your scriptures, doing the work. Brothers on the front line out there teaching the word, coming together for the feast days, keep serving the Most High. And all these things He just said, He promised us, He's going to make good on His promise. Right? 2nd Ezra 14:14. All right, so, don't worry about this little so-called inflation, whatever they want to call it. These also shall pass. These things also shall pass if you the Most High. So read that, King.
When everybody got to say, "Con." 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Right, let go from the immortal thoughts. Oh, brother, money, finances, gas, food. Go ahead.
Cast away the burdens of men.
Right, cast away the burdens of men, right? Don't worry about it. Do the best you can in the flesh, and the Most High going to take care of the rest. Go ahead.
Put off now the weak nature.
And we got to put off the weak nature. Because you know, if you get weak now, what's going to happen when all hell really breaks loose? All right, go ahead.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Right, stop worrying about the stuff that you think is so much of a burden right now. Because, man, you ain't seen nothing yet. All right, go ahead.
And haste thee to flee from these times.
Right, haste to flee from these times. Meaning, look, ask the Most High, you know, to quicken this thing. Right, but you know, getting all worried and everything, just if anything, deal with it. Ask the Most High to make it to be over with as quick as possible, as quick as He see the you know, end it. Go ahead.
For yet greater evils than
For what?
those. For yet greater evils than those.
What happens when the damn gas is $10 a gallon?
Man.
Most High said, greater evils than those. Go ahead.
Which thou hast seen
Which
happen.
they have seen happen. Come on.
Shall be done hereafter.
It shall be done hereafter. You ain't seen nothing in this earth, man. You know, so if you cave in now, what's going to happen when it really get real, man? Okay? That's what the Most High said. Give me one more. 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 16 and let me see something. 2nd Ezra 16. Yeah, start at 70. See what that's.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 70. When everybody else say calm. But there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Go ahead.
They shall be like a madman, sparing none.
So, you know, you worried about a little bit of inflation, food, gas, whatever. What's going to happen when they persecute you for being in the truth? Right, for when it really gets bad. Right? Come on.
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Right, not the average people, those who?
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Right, spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right, so it's an uphill battle. Right, come on.
For they shall waste and take away their goods.
Go ahead.
And cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
The Lord said, after all that affliction and persecution you go through, then it's going to be known who are my chosen. Go ahead.
And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
And what?
And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Yeah, man, you're going to be tried as that gold in the fire. So, you know, things, they can get worse before they get better. Huh?
Done.
All right, go ahead.
Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
The days of trouble are at hand. Come on.
But I will deliver you from the same.
I will what?
But I will deliver you from the same.
See that? I'm going to deliver you from the same, but the days of trouble are at hand. You know, you worried about a little juice price going up. Hey, it's going to get rougher than that, right? Come on.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God.
What the Lord say?
Be ye not afraid.
Don't be afraid. Come on.
Neither doubt.
Neither what?
Neither doubt.
Don't be afraid, neither doubt. Go ahead.
For the Most High is your God.
The Most High and the Mashiach Yahweh will be your God. Come on.
And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts.
That's the key right there, right? He's going to be the guide to those that keep His commandments and precepts. If you doing right by the Most High, He's going to do right by you. Come on.
Said the Lord God, let not your sins weigh you down.
Right, don't let your sins weigh you down, man. Go ahead.
And let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Right, this is the time where you really want to get rid of sin. All right, don't let your sins weigh you down, and don't let your iniquities lift up themselves. Right, go ahead.
Woe unto them that are bound with their sins.
Come on.
And covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over the bushes.
And that also means, like, if you sin, you repent. As long as you know you're not doing it again, move forward. Don't let that guilt conscience weigh you down. Okay? Don't let that guilt conscience, weigh on you. You did it, you repented for it, you moved on. The key is you're not continuing in that same sin. But if you repented for it, it tells you in Sirach, reproach not a man that turns from sin. So once you did it, you repented for it, move forward. Day of Atonement came, you fasted for it, move forward. Just don't do it again. All right, but don't let, oh, I messed up 3 years ago. Oh, Lord, I am not worthy. All right? Right, I should be purged. I should be flogged. Lord, I'm not worthy. Because I sinned 4 years ago. I'm not worthy, Lord. Right? You ain't dead yet. So,
God.
you know, there's still some chance, right?
God.
Go ahead.
Don't the Edomites, when they said that they whipped their back with that thing, I'll be seeing the Edomites, they whipped their backs. With the thing, yeah, they whipped their backs.
They flogged themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I should be flogged. I should be purged. Right? Yeah, man. You don't lay that guilt trip on yourself, because then you can't get out of your own way. All right? You start making yourself feel like you're unworthy to serve the Most High. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
And the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed, and is cast into the fire to be consumed with therewith.
Right, and you don't want to be so wicked that you be destroyed. Most High cast you out into that nuclear destruction. Find you unworthy, you be a reprobate and an outcast, and he casts you out into that destruction. Kind? All right, so that's it on that. Just you know, some encouragement on, you know, the inflation and everything that's going on. I just hear, you know, quite a few brothers and sisters complaining about financial things. So everybody talking about it. We might as well talk about it. They had this pastor that got robbed.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, so mean.
I didn't hear
This
about
pastor
it.
that got robbed in Brooklyn, Canarsie, Brooklyn, my old stomping grounds. We're going to play the video. We're going to let the video speak for itself. I done seen the video about 4 or 5 times. I'm going to blow it up here and put it up. And I'm going to turn it around so Rob can get it on the camera. I'm going to pause it. Hold on.
I think when he made a video before,
Yeah.
showing off his chain and his little, I'm like, oh, this dude crazy.
So you want to pan in? Alright, so let's give it a little quiet so we can hear the video. We doing it old school style, y'all. So like, you got it?
Okay.
So let's hear this, y'all.
Yesterday morning, when he noticed gun-wielding intruders, police say the suspects targeted the bishop and his wife. No one was hurt, thankfully. Police Ambrose and Canarsie with what the bishop had to say after this horrifying ordeal. Please.
Well, Stephen Laurie, this well-known Brooklyn Bishop Lamore Whitehead holds his Sunday services in the space you see right behind me, with some of the faithful coming in person and many more watching the sermons via live stream. But on Sunday, his sermon was interrupted when armed robbers burst in. All right. On Sunday, as Bishop Lamore Whitehead delivered his sermon for his Leaders of Tomorrow ministry, police say 3 masked gunmen stormed in and rushed right for the bishop. They took more than $1 million worth of gold jewelry and gems, including a Rolex watch from the bishop and his wife. No shots were fired. People here are stunned.
It's just shocking to know that something like that just happen. And it's turning for the people that's at the church that day. It's horrible. Just sad to know what's going on in the world right now.
The armed robbers ran out and the police say jumped into a white Mercedes for their getaway. Bishop Whitehead was in the news last May for attempting to negotiate the surrender of murder suspect Andrew Abdullah, wanted for the King train shooting that took the life of Daniel Enriquez, who was on his way to Sunday brunch. Whitehead drove his $400,000 Rolls Royce to the 5th precinct, but the NYPD took Abdullah into custody without his help. Whitehead has had his own contact with the criminal justice system, serving 5 years behind bars for identity theft and grand larceny.
It's not a relative to purchase what I want to purchase. If I'm powerful, I can purchase what I want to purchase.
To Bishop Whitehead when he was released from prison to help him turn his life around. He told the Daily News he'll do whatever is necessary to find those responsible. The NYPD tells us that a 911 call was made from the location and that this investigation is ongoing. We're live in Canarsie. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
It's still that delay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show one more. I want to show something else though. This is very important. This kind of went over a lot of people's head, but I want to show this other video. Where is it? I think it's this one.
Back it up some.
Okay, now check this out. We're gonna show this second video and then we're gonna elaborate on it. All right. We know everybody want to talk about it. Everybody talking about it. Everybody talking about it. I'm gonna show this video now. Pan it on this one. So like y'all be doing it old school style. Instead of showing it up on the screen. Right. Pan it on that one.
The blonde hair, huh? Mm-hmm.
Sunday, Bishop Whitehead told us he does not take a salary from the church, and he believes his family was targeted because of the publicity he received back in May when he showed up in a Fendi suit to help turn in the suspect wanted in the fatal subway shooting of 48-year-old Daniel Enriquez.
Media called the Bishop.
The NYPD says the suspects fled on foot and got into a white Mercedes-Benz. Fortunately, no one was injured. In Canarsie, Brooklyn, Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
Con,
I got a precept.
bring it out.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 8. Will a man rob God?
Hold on, let everybody get it. All right. So, as you can see, everybody talking about it. Like I said, it's a big topic. Everybody's talking about it all over the news. If y'all didn't see the footage on Facebook Live, y'all see it on the video. Y'all saw the footage. This pastor Lamar Whitehead out in Canarsie, Brooklyn, was stuck up and robbed for over $1 million worth of jewelry. I believe they said one chain itself was over $400,000. The cross he had with all the diamonds in it. But read what you got, King. Michael Ward got a precept. Read that.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 8.
Salakia, everybody that's on Facebook, if the video keep freezing, go to HOI. What is it, Los Angeles?
LA. It's LA.
Go to HOI LA, and we're also live on HOI LA because the Facebook keep freezing. So if you want to watch it without delay, go to HOI LA. Go ahead, read what you got, King.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 8. Will a man rob God?
Will a man rob God? Right, go ahead.
Yet ye have robbed me.
Now, he claims he doesn't take. He claims he doesn't take a salary from the church. But now, mind you, that church does not look big.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, they said it was only 25 parishioners at service that day. Where's this cat getting all this money? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a stickler for that. I don't count other people's money. I don't know where the hell you're getting your money from, but the numbers don't add up.
Mm-hmm.
But now they did say he had a large online following. So a lot of times the people be sending in money from online. But if you don't take a salary from the church, where you getting all this bling bling from? All right, read.
But
He said he got a couple of non-profits and other personal businesses set up. So whatever the case may be, they said he was in jail. He did 5 years for some white collar crimes, and he came out and turned his life around. Evan Adams was his mentor when he was with the NYPD. And he got his life together and went legit and started legitimate businesses and non-profit organizations helping youths and criminals or whatever getting back on their feet, whatever. So he getting the money from somewhere. But what did the Most High say? Read it again.
Will a man rob God?
Will a man rob God? Right, go ahead.
Yet ye have robbed me.
Come on.
Then ye say, wherein have we robbed thee?
But see, even if, let's say he claimed he don't take a salary from these churches, this is a message to all these other pastors in these churches that's getting the money from the tithes and living this bling bling lifestyle. You can get got by the Most High. Right, go ahead.
And tithes and offerings.
And what?
And tithes and offerings.
And tithes and offerings. And we know these pastors are making a grip off these tithes and offerings. Go ahead.
Ye are cursed with a curse.
Now the Lord's starting to curse these churches, man. Right? There's another church. I'm going to do a separate video on that project. There's a church in Harlem, Atla Ministries. They're going into foreclosure. All right, and that pastor, he's very proud, boastful. He speaks against Israel. He's real proud against Israel. He's talking about ain't no lost tribes and all this nonsense. So the Most High judging him, they're about to foreclose on his church. Right? Yeah, go ahead. Most High dealing with them. I'm going to do a video on that too. Read.
Ye are cursed with a curse.
Yeah, what?
Ye are cursed with a curse.
Come on.
For ye have robbed me.
Yeah, what?
For ye have robbed me.
See, notice the Lord is using the word rob. So a lot of these pastors are robbing the churches and the congregation and living lavish lifestyle. So that's symbolic. Even if this pastor Whitehead claims that he don't take a salary from the church, it's symbolic, right? These churches are robbing the Most High because the money ain't really going back to the people in the church and to build and to teach them the truth. Is going to finance their lavish lifestyle. All right, so it's still symbolic. The Most High sent a message through this Larry Whitehead dude, like, this can happen. But see, I ain't gonna front. Some of the mega churches got security. They ain't playing. They got metal detectors at the door and everything. So you ain't just gonna run up in there like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For ye have robbed me.
Creflo Dollar just came out and said something. Right? Something about tithes, right? He said, what did he say?
He said that you're not supposed to collect tithes according to the scripture, but he found something in the New Testament that enabled him to collect more than 2%.
Right.
So that's where he was being slick.
He was being slick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cash flow was being slick. That meant he must be wanting a couple of more jets. You know what I'm saying? Cash flow. I heard there was so much going on in the news. I heard what Creflo said, but I didn't zone in on it. But yeah, the Most High, in other words, there's an energy dealing with these churches and these top pastors. Right, come on.
For ye have robbed me.
Yeah, what?
For ye have robbed me.
Go ahead.
Even this whole nation.
Right, you robbed the nation because the money's not going towards helping to build a nation and teaching the proper truth. You teaching lies and you driving Bentleys. Right, go ahead.
Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse.
The Lord said, bring the tithes into the storehouse, meaning the treasury. Go ahead.
That there may be meat in my house.
That there may be finances and substance available to do the work. Right, go ahead.
And prove me now herewith.
The Lord said, prove me herewith. Come on.
Said the Lord of hosts.
Go ahead.
If I will not open you the windows of heaven.
Come on.
And pour you out a blessing.
And the Lord said, when you tithe in righteousness, He will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. Go ahead.
That there shall not be no room enough to receive it.
The Lord said, look, prove me. I'll pour you out a blessing. That's not even room enough to receive it when it's done right and in the right spirit. So even though he claimed he doesn't get a salary from the church, and salary and tithes is two different things. So that don't necessarily mean you not still getting the tithes. You just had a salary, but you eating off the tithes. You know what I'm saying? Right? And just because it was 25 people there, it might have been 2,500 online. You know what I'm saying? You never know. A lot of people don't even fellowship nowhere. People stay home, even with Israel. People just stay home and watch, and they'll support from, Cash App, whatever. They'll just support from home. Okay? Right? So he getting his bread from somewhere. Is more on that? Go to Job 15:33. So the Most High just showing the Most High sending a message to these pastors and these churches. I could get you. next time you can have security and the Most High can still get you. Right? But he was not smart, man. You in Brooklyn. He was on a street called Remsen Avenue in Brooklyn, in Canarsie, Brooklyn. That's kind of borderline in another neighborhood called Crown Heights. And listen, Jake want to eat over there. I know that area. I grew up in Brooklyn. Jake want to eat up over there. You got over $1 million worth of jewelry on. One chain is over $400,000. And I think that was the cross. Most I had them get jukes for that cross. All right, that damn abominable symbol. Right? But you in Canarsie, Brooklyn, Canarsie/Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Rough neighborhood. Jake want to eat over there. With over $1 million worth of jewelry on and you got no security. Dudes just walked up in there and caught the drop on you like that. And then you an ex-street dude. You didn't know better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Read what you got, King.
Job chapter 15 and verse 33.
Good.
He shall shake off his
34, Salakia.
Job chapter 15 and verse 34. And everybody got to say con? For the congregation of hypocrites.
The what?
For the congregation of hypocrites.
Now listen, you a man of God. He said, y'all saw the clip where he said, if I want to purchase things that I want to purchase things, but you really shouldn't have a $400,000 chain. No. Not when the people in the community are suffering, the people in the... And listen, I hope your house is at least $1 million. Because if your chain is more than your house, you know what I'm saying? If your chain costs more than your... Then they said something about he had a $400,000 Bentley or something.
No, $440,000 roller.
Yeah, Rolls Royce. So like $440,000 Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
That's almost $1 million right there. If your house don't cost at least $2 million,
yeah.
If your jewelry and your car cost more than your house, then you hustling backwards, sir.
So you know what I'm saying? Live in New York.
Huh?
Probably don't live in New York. Probably
Most likely, no. I think he does live in New York.
Did that other rapper got robbed in New York for his jury? The one that was on Love and Hip Hop. One of the waves.
Safari.
Safari.
Oh,
Safari.
Yeah. See, New York, man. New York used to be stick up, damn kingdom. But a lot of stick up kids, they dead or they went to jail or the sticking up. It just didn't. You know, everybody can't stop doing it. Whatever. They was getting money other ways, but you tempt the wrong dudes, they'll get you. You know what I'm saying? It's still a remnant of some dudes in New York that'll get you, man. Yeah. Especially if you wearing jewelry and you rolling like that. Them cats will catch you slipping, man.
Got Tupac.
Right, yeah, they got Tupac, right?
For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate.
The Lord said the congregation of hypocrites shall what?
Shall be desolate.
Shall be desolate. So you're a man of God, but you talking about if I want to purchase, listen, what do you need a $400,000 chain for? As a man, even if you got money like that,
that's great.
What do you need a $400,000 chain for? You can put that into a business and help other people eat now. Unless you like a trillionaire and you helping the people, you're helping hundreds of thousands of people, whatever, but still, it's just kind of sending the wrong message. You know what I'm saying? And 50 Cent put up a clip of him and he was in his Rolls Royce and he was riding around New York and he was playing some Jay-Z song about balling and you just projecting the wrong image. You still look like some flashy, loving hip-hop nigga, man. You ain't no man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? You all worldly Louis Vuitton and Fendi jackets and come on, you're just projecting the wrong message. You look like free lunch to a hungry dude. Niggas gonna get you, man. And they like, this nigga ain't got no security. I got faith. Jesus is with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He drive, balling and playing some song about balling and 50 like, yo, you don't know, dudes will get you, man. You know what I'm saying? And 50 put up a caption like, yo, how you riding around flossing like that and you ain't strapped? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be strapped and you gotta have security riding around like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And fire shall consume the tabernacles of Robbery.
And what?
And fire
come on.
Shall consume.
Consume, go ahead.
The tabernacles of bribery.
And that's all a lot of these churches are, man. They're tabernacles of bribery. That's all, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he had it coming to him, man. He had it coming to him. Go to 1 Timothy 6:1. You had your hand up?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, a lot of that, you know, firstly they saw him coming when he was driving the roller. They didn't even see the cross. But the other thing is, he might not even have to buy any of that. He might have just got it all on credit.
Right.
Because he put that in the church name. Like the
Right.
preacher used to say, that ain't my car, that's the Lord's car.
Right.
You know, that kind of
Yeah.
So that's what that is. And even the chain, he could have bought that on credit. Because he's getting the what do you call it, the 501c3 money from the government, and you know he is because his mentor is the mayor, out of jail. So you know he's put on all that game. Plus he was a white collar criminal. He knows all about that.
He knows all
and
about
then and then in addition to that, he has that going. Then he can put everything in the name. Now if he's getting, I forget how many millions of dollars or hundreds of millions they collect every Sunday accumulatively around the country, but he might be getting 10, 20 racks every week.
Yeah.
He might get more. And if
Yeah.
you got, and then don't forget, if he owns his church, he's not paying any taxes and he's not paying any property taxes. So that's like the best corporation to have. He's beautiful and he's Gucci with it. And then he can get all that on credit and just be flossing. And not really afford, you know, he's living above his means, but he's fine because the credit's going to take care of it because he got all this cash flow coming in that's not going to stop.
Right.
So that might be how it's going, actually. And if he's got Louis Vuitton, well, Louis Vuitton called black people animals. Now, I know he lived 200 years ago, but I'm just saying, that's you got to be smarter than that.
He had on Fendi, too.
Is that right? Yeah, that's pitiful.
Yeah, and all them name brand European designers are racist as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they let it be known.
Yeah, they are.
Our clothing are not for urban people. That's how they cleaned it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Tommy Hilfiger said that
they
years
that's
ago.
not for urban people. That's how they
Absolutely.
cleaned it up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But these niggas still want to go out there and you know what I'm saying? Fendi, Gucci, Louis, and give Esau that money back.
But to get caught like that is inexcusable if he's a street brother and an ex-con.
Right.
He should have known better.
He got caught slipping.
Should have known
Yeah.
better.
Now listen, they brought up another theory. It could have been staged.
Oh, absolutely.
All that jewelry is
It's
probably
insured.
And
Insured.
he probably got it at a value for $5 million.
And
He probably got the jewelry valued at $5
And they
million.
didn't take the roller. They could
Right.
have took his keys.
They could have took his keys, yeah. They
They
just
didn't
took
take
the
the
jewelry.
roller.
Now y'all seen how calm the dude was in the corner?
Yeah, he was
Right.
just looking.
He was just looking. That dude was mad calm.
He said that whole time.
Yeah, he sat there that whole time with his Bible in his hand, just calm and chilling. So you never know, man. There might a lot of theories behind that thing. But the Most High sending a message to these pastors. All right, don't get caught slipping while I get you.
Oh, and last
Right?
thing.
And stop lying to my people in these churches and stop pushing that prosperity doctrine.
And last thing, with that, if it was staged and contrived, he probably got 100 million or 100,000 more parishioners now.
Right,
Just
right,
based
right.
on that out of sympathy.
Right, because he seems a little bit too calm. He seems a little bit too calm. Now if you're a street dude, you know what I'm saying? I've been robbed before and I was like, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna shoot me, you know what I'm saying? So if you're from the street, that stuff really don't scare you because you like kind of been around it, but it's like this dude was like mad calm, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna get that back, you know what I'm saying? Right, read that, King. Right, 1 Timothy 6 and 5. When everybody have it, say kind.
First Timothy chapter
But
6.
see, when you check it out from the church to everything in this society is about prosperity, bling,
Right.
who getting the bag, who you know, it's just so vain. Everything is just so vain and about money, and you niggas just hating on me because I'm getting it, and it's just that spirit. That's this whole spirit of this world. Yeah, man, it's disgusting, man. Right? Go ahead.
First Timothy chapter 6 and verse 5.
Come on.
Perverse disputings of men
Go ahead.
of corrupted minds
Read.
and destitute of the truth.
See that? And these pastors are destitute of the truth, man. Go ahead.
Supposing
Go ahead.
that gain
That gain, go ahead,
is godliness.
is godliness. Because you have on a $400,000 cross around your neck, because you got a Fendi jacket on, a Louis Vuitton jacket, you riding in a Rolls Royce, you got a Rolex on, You suppose that that's godliness.
No.
You suppose that gain is godliness. Come on.
For such withdraw thyself.
From what?
For such withdraw thyself.
From such withdraw thyself. Why? Because those men are destitute of the truth. Right? Come on.
But godliness with contentment.
But what?
But godliness with contentment.
Godliness with contentment. Good.
Is great gain.
Is what?
Is great gain.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. Keeping the commandments of the Most High and being satisfied with what He bless you with. Right? Come on.
For we brought nothing into this world.
Right? We didn't bring any of these material things into this world. Right? You ain't taking that Rolex to heaven, that Rolls Royce to heaven, that $400,000 chain,
Right.
that $1 million worth of jewelry. Right? Come on.
And it is certain we carry nothing out.
We ain't gonna carry nothing out of this world. When either when you die, you can't take nothing with you. When your house shot come, we're not taking none of this worldly possessions with us. We starting over in the kingdom. Right? Come on.
Having food and raiment.
Having food and raiment. Go ahead.
Let us be therewith content.
Having the bare necessities, be content with that. If the Most High decide to bless you with more, then have more. All right, come on.
But they that will be rich.
Yeah, if you notice, he said, if I want to purchase things I want to purchase, I'll purchase what I want to purchase. Okay, fine. But at the expense of some hungry wolves coming to eat. Right? Come on.
But they that be rich.
They that be rich, come on.
Fall into temptation.
Into what?
Into temptation.
Come on.
In a snare.
And a what?
In a snare.
And that became a snare to him because you sitting up in there in the middle of Brooklyn with all that damn jewelry on, no security, and you got snared. You got caught up in a robbery trap. Right? Come on, by some little hungry Brooklyn dudes, man. What?
I guess if the whole thing just I mean,
That's why people were saying they think it might be an inside job or it might be an insurance fraud.
just come on, you deal
He
with
might
the
have just
streets.
got himself stuck up. But then he tried to blame it on the city. He was like, oh, the city got me lined up. Because he tried to negotiate the surrender of a brother that killed somebody. This brother shot somebody on a train. So he tried to negotiate his surrender. So that brought him to the media. So the media started calling him the bling bling pastor. And that brought attention to him. His pastor walks around with a $400. And he was like, what that got to do with anything? I was just trying to negotiate this man's surrender. So the media start hyping him up like the bling bling man. So it's so many chambers to this damn thing. We don't probably know never really what happened, man. But he could be hustling that insurance fraud, man. Because there's no way you a street dude, you walking around with $1 million in jewelry, your wife and baby is in the church, and you ain't got no security. Come on, ain't no real street dude gonna roll like that. You gonna have at least a dude next to you with that thing, a dude at the door with that thing. And metal detectors, or cats gotta get searched before they come in. Especially if especially if the media has brought attention to you.
Right.
Now you like, damn, they put me, you know what I'm saying? But they clapped back at him and said, we're not bringing attention to you, brought attention to yourself. You ride around on Instagram doing these videos about I'm blinging and I'm you know, so you already put yourself as the bling bling pastor. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many layers to it. So like it's just
It's like for you to feel that comfortable to be in that neighborhood, riding like that, having all that on, the streets got to be protected. They already know you, so they're watching out for you, protecting you. You got to even get permission to even come up in there and do that thing.
right.
And then if you didn't do it, they already gonna have you for the end of the day, because we don't know who took that stuff.
Right.
And none of this is. It just looked wrong. It just the whole
Nah, the
thing
streets
looked
ain't
wrong.
really, from what I'm seeing, the streets ain't really rocking with him like that, rocking for him like that. Because just like you said, if you known in certain hoods, you already off limits. Like there was, for example, there was a soul food restaurant in Queens, right? We used to like to go 2 years ago. Real good soul food restaurant. They show love. They give you nice portions. The people in there was nice. They was family owned. It was known. All the hustlers, stick up kids, gangsters in the neighborhood. You knew. Don't touch that restaurant. If you touch that restaurant, the streets gonna find out who did it, and you're gonna be bodied. Even the gangsters was like, yo, those are peoples. You know, the people got so much love in the hood from the restaurant. They showed love, so they was protected. You knew. Don't stick that spot up. if you did, you better be from another hood, and then still dudes gonna find out who did it, and they gonna come to your hood and get you. Certain people and places in the hood is protected. It's like an unwritten rule. Yo, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to them, the streets gonna find out. We gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? So evidently they didn't. Some of them little New York dudes is wild though. You know, they don't care. They'll still get at you. Whether they'll deal with the repercussions, but it just seemed weird. It do seem weird.
He didn't. That's not the first week he came to that church.
No.
If he riding in a roller, ain't nobody bringing a roller into that neighborhood but a D-boy, a pimp, pimping, or a preacher. Right. And they knew who he was because they seen him before. Mm-hmm. So that's, come on. It's just weird. That's a little more than a coincidence.
It's weird, man. The whole thing is weird. Right. But read on. But at the end of the day, what we got to take from it is, the Most High deals with these churches. You know what I'm saying? He's sending a message to these churches. That's what I'm taking from it. Right. All right, read that, King. Verse that out.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and heartful lusts.
Right, they fall into many foolish and heartful lusts because he kept this chain, this Louis jacket, that Louis jacket, this Rolex, this Rolls Royce, whatever. Go ahead.
Which draw men into destruction and perdition.
Go ahead.
For the love of money is...
For the what?
For the love of money.
The love of money and material things. Go ahead.
Is the root of all evil.
Is the what?
Is the root of all evil.
That's what it all comes down to. The love of money is the root of all evil. Even with the dudes that stuck them up. Now on another note, we know it's judgment. We know the Most High, but they held a gun to that man's 8-month-old child. The wife was holding a baby when they stuck her up. Right. The baby they showed on the clip. That's why I want to show that, because that kind of went over everybody's head. Everybody, Israel's so busy mocking the pastor, but at the same time, it's kind of jacked up because they did hold that thing to his 8-month-old child. Yeah. So on another note, that's serious. But that kind of went over a lot of Israel. Everybody was just so happy to mock him because the pastor got robbed, but that man's 8-month-old baby had a gun held to her head. And you got, anybody got babies, you like, damn. So while it's judgment, you got to look at Jake like, damn, Jake is kind of foul, man. Jake didn't care. They just told sis, take it off, and she was holding an 8-month-old baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real dudes, it was kind of an unwritten rule, like, yo, no babies. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go get something, we gonna put in some work, no babies, you know what I'm saying? But these young boys didn't care, man. And there were other children in the church too. But when they got her, she had the 8-month-old baby in her hand.
But they didn't go after the church.
Hold on, sis. They when they got her, she had the baby in her hand. So nobody really thought about that. Everybody was just so busy mocking the pastor, but them little niggas held a gun to his 8-month-old baby. Okay? So you gotta think about that too. These niggas is kind of foul, but I mean, then that's why I was like, who would set that up? I'm not setting up something where you put a gun to my child. I'll give them how much insurance it is, you know what I'm saying? Even if make sure the gun look, whatever. No, I'm not putting my child through that trauma. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is weird, man, you know what I'm saying? But them dudes did hold a gun to an 8-month-old baby. Nobody really thought about that. So like your gun says.
Nobody in the church got robbed, just them two.
The two, and they said one other person. I think they said a third person got robbed too. The couple got robbed and then one other person. Yeah, so I don't know. It just seems strange, man. But it's a message. It's a message the Most High sent. Either way, okay? Either way. Read on.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love of money is not money. Money is fun. It's the love of money is the root of all evil. Good.
Which while some covet after.
They covet after. You have a strong, lustful desire for this money and material things to where it clouds your judgment. You more about the bling than the word of the Lord. All right, go ahead.
They have erred from the faith.
They have what?
They have erred from the faith.
They have erred from the faith. And That video you sent me when he's arguing with the woman and calling her Biggie Big and the brother's off, man. He got a worldly spirit. He got a worldly off spirit. So if that robbery was real, the Most High is teaching that dude a lesson. If it was staged, he's stupid because I wouldn't put my 8-month-old child and my wife through that. You know, I don't care how much I don't care if you say, yo, make sure the gun don't have no bullets, whatever. You're not traumatizing my family like that, even for that much money in the world. You know, so if he set that up on some insurance scam or something, he's dumb as hell. You're not putting not even a fake gun to my 8-month-old baby. You know what I'm saying? But people got, that's the signs of the time we living in. Whatever that whole damn thing was is weird as hell. All right, go ahead.
They have error from the faith.
Come on.
And pierced himself through with many sorrows.
They have what?
Pierced himself through with many sorrows.
Come on.
But thou, O man of God, flee these things.
Come on.
And follow after righteousness.
After what?
After righteousness.
Flee these things and follow after righteousness. You don't have to have a damn $1 million worth of jewelry on to teach the word of the Lord. All right, come on.
Godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and have professed a good profession before many witnesses. I've given thee charge in the sight of God.
That's it on that. All right, so basically the Most High saying that love of the money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have buried and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Give me Isaiah 65, I believe it is. Isaiah 65 and 4. Because we know, man, a lot of these churches are proud. They're just proud, man. A lot of these people in these churches, they're proud. And the way he was coming at that sister,
On that video?
I don't mean to lie, but he called her Biggie Big.
Uh-huh.
He said, "You not Biggie Smalls, you Biggie Big."
I see that video.
That wickedness was coming
Yeah.
out.
All right, give me Isaiah 65 and 4. See, this is a lot of these people in the churches. They got this spirit too, man. They got this proud spirit on them. All right, Isaiah 65 and 4.
Isaiah chapter 65 verse 4, which remain among the graves, the lodge in the mountains, Salakia, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eateth swine flesh.
Which do what?
Which eateth swine flesh.
You know they love that swine in these churches. They love that swine. Go ahead.
And broth of abominable things.
And what?
And broth of abominable things.
Yeah, some of these Negroes in the South, they eat possum, right? You know what I'm saying? They eat all kinds of meats in these churches. They go hunting and tell you they don't know what kind of meat it is. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
It's in their vessels.
What the Lord say?
It's in their vessels.
Is what?
It's in their vessels.
And broth of abominable things. And we know a lot of the church people, they eat them sea scavengers. Right. All right? Crab, shrimp, lobster. All right, come on.
Which say, stand by thyself.
Which say, stand by thyself. Come on.
Come not near to me.
Come on.
For I am holier than you.
Right, and they... read again.
For, Salakia, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou.
Right, they say I am holier than thou. I'm better than you. I'm saved and sanctified by the blood of Jesus. Hallelujah. Right, I'm better than you. Right, go ahead.
These are a smoke in my nose.
The Most High mean them. They make the Most High angry. All right, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm how somebody run up in your church. You know, it's jacked up. You know, they held the gun to his baby. You know, I had a little compassion for that, but you know, it is what it is. Right? Come on.
A fire that burned all the day.
Go ahead.
Behold, it is written before me. I will not keep silence, but will recompense.
That's it on that. The Lord said, they say, stand back, for I am holier than thou. Right? The Lord is with me. I'm saved, sanctified. Got the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost. Right? Yeah, man. So, the Most High said, he sent the message through that whole thing. Whatever it is, set up, inside job, whatever. Dude sitting on the right side looked like he might have been down with it. That dude didn't budge. It was like he was like, oh, it's going down. Okay, right? He had his Bible in his hand.
He left it just like this. When they left out, that's when they
Yeah.
set it down.
Right. Go to Jeremiah 23:1. Oh my goodness, man. Go to Jeremiah 23. That dude, he was too calm. That whole thing is weird, man. That whole thing is strange. But you know, at the end of the day, that's jacked up, man. Baby girl had and the baby's name is Brooklyn, right? Yeah, the baby's name is Brooklyn. And you know, they held a gun even to the baby, man. It was after that $1 million worth of jewelry. You know, thank the Most High, the baby didn't get hurt. Right? Read what you got, King.
When everybody got to say con? Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors
Woe be unto the pastors. Go ahead.
that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
So you're sending a message of prosperity as opposed to a message of the Most High.
Con.
You know, you setting a bad precedent when you're walking around with a $400,000 chain on, $1 million worth of jewelry on, and you're supposed to be a man of the Lord. It's not sending the right message. Nobody's saying you cannot have nice things. That's not, you know. But you got to balance these things out. Give me Sirach 11 real quick. Because, you know, they always say, well, where it say you can't have nice things, you can't be rich. God want his men to be prosperous. Right? But there's a balance, man. You riding around listening to Jay-Z, flossing, and you sending the wrong message out there. Sirach 11, and let me see what I want. Or is it 14?
Ecclesiasticus.
14 and 11. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 14 and 11. Because they're gonna run with that nonsense about, oh, who said you gotta be poor? Shalom King. Who said you gotta be poor to serve the Lord? Who said you can't prosper? Who said you can't have nice things? Who said, you know, our God don't want us to be poor? So read that, Sirach 14 and 11.
The book of Sirach chapter 14 and verse 11. My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself.
So the Lord said, yes, according to your ability, do good to yourself. Baby, even if you buy a couple of $1,000 chain, but $1 million worth of jewelry?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
So many of the people that need help.
Right, it's so much you can do in a community with the gentrification. Brooklyn, oh man. You need to be putting that into properties and saying, look, let's try to hold on to some stuff for our people. Not saying they might have not been doing that. But that's another $1 million where you could continue to do it. All right, go ahead.
And give the Lord his due offering.
And what?
And give the Lord his due offering.
Right, and how much of that money is really being put back into teaching the people the right knowledge, the right gospel. Right, come on.
Remember that death will not be long.
That's it on that. Go back to Jeremiah 23 and 1. So that's all, because if they come with that nonsense, you can do good to yourself. The Lord don't want nobody to be poor. All right? Yeah, do good according to yourself. Give the Lord his due portion by helping the people and help the proper ministry. Hell, come give some of that $1 million to Israel. Right? You guys are teaching the Bible the correct way.
Okay.
Yeah, I want y'all to travel to every state and get this gospel out. Okay? Right? Read that, King.
Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe be unto the pastors.
So woe be unto these pastors, right? Man called himself bishop. All right? Woe be unto these pastors, bishops. Go ahead.
That destroy.
That what?
That destroy.
Come on.
And scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Right, because you're sending the wrong message. You're sending a message of bling bling. Right? Come on.
Said the Lord.
Right? And that's a worldly spirit anyway, man. That spirit is very worldly. Right? Come on.
Therefore, thus said the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people.
Come on.
Ye have scattered my flock.
Go ahead.
And driven them away.
Because you're not teaching them the right. You're not gathering them under the right doctrine of Yahweh Shah. Right? Go ahead.
And have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings.
See that? The Lord said, I'm going to visit upon you the evil of your doings. I'll make somebody run up in your church and rob you. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? But, all right, Most High have mercy on baby girl, all praises. All right, go ahead.
Saith the Lord.
Come on.
And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them.
Jump down to 21. Jeremiah 23:21. Jump down to the 21st verse.
Verse 21.
Come on.
I have not sent these prophets.
The Lord said, I have not sent these prophets. Come on.
Yet they ran.
Yeah, I didn't send you to teach a bling bling ministry. All right, I didn't send you to talk about a $400,000, whatever, $1 million worth of jewelry. I didn't send you to teach a gospel of a Rolls Royce, a gospel of a Rolex. All right, come on.
I have not spoken
What's
to
that
them.
other preacher that used to always say, with your broke self? All right. The man used to go around making mockery of people with your broke self. Leroy Thompson, or something like that. Yeah, the man used to go around saying with your broke self. Right? The Lord, the man used to say, the Lord don't like broke people.
That's cold.
Is that the cursing pastor?
No, not the cussing pastor.
Okay.
No, it was
That's my
I think Leroy Thompson.
Okay. Because he always say your broke self. You always say that too.
With your broke self.
That's
Oh my goodness, man. The Most High bringing judgment, man. Read it again, King.
I have not sent these
The
prophets.
Lord said, I've not sent these prophets, man. I've not sent these men. Go ahead.
Yet they ran.
Yet they ran and talk about they bling bling and they Rolls Royce and the gospel of prosperity. The Lord said, I have not sent these men. Go ahead.
I have not spoken to them.
I didn't tell them to talk about a bling bling. That's not my message I'm sending. Go ahead.
Yet they prophesied.
That they what?
Yet they prophesied.
Come on.
But if they had stood in my counsel
Read.
and had caused my people to hear my words,
If they would have took the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this Bible and taught Israel the right way. Come on.
then they shall have turned them from their evil way,
Then they would have turned,
Hey, Randy,
truly turned
can you turn
Israel
off the
from
oven
their
for me?
evil ways. Go ahead.
and from the evil of their doings.
And what?
And from the evil of their doings.
Right, they would have caused our people to repent and keep the commandments. Not, focus on prosperity gospel.
Okay.
Right, Karen? Right, so yeah, that whole thing was weird, man. I don't know. It just, Most High allowed it to happen. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But, when the Most High bring these judgments, there's going to be mockery. Give me 2 Corinthians 11 and 7. 2 Corinthians 11 and 7. So they straight jacked the church, man.
I noticed that.
You know what I'm saying?
I noticed that Farrakhan is protected very well.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Farrakhan don't play that. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Get the Farrakhan.
Your ass get body trying to roll up on Farrakhan.
Oh, yeah.
That Nation of Islam don't play. Nah.
okay.
Farrakhan, he be having at least 100 men around him. When one of the brothers, he used to do cable in New York. It said Farrakhan came to the Hilton, right? 5-star Hilton in Midtown Manhattan. They shut down 5 floors below Farrakhan and 5 floors above Farrakhan. They shut them down. That's how much security the man had. Right? Nothing could move 5 floors down from him and 5 floors up. They shut it down. Nation of Islam shut it down. Right? Couldn't get near the man. Right? And the floor he was on, he was secure. You know what I'm saying? Locked down. At least 20, 30 men on the floor holding them down. Right? Yeah. He said when Farrakhan came to New York, that's how they locked down the Hilton front. So, got tight security. You know what I'm saying? You ain't remember the movie Malcolm? The guy tried to talk to Malcolm X and they picked him up and
Carried him out, yeah.
That's how the Nation of Islam rolling now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they rolling. They don't play with their discipline and security. You know what I'm saying? You catch one of them slipping, you good. But they don't play that. Especially with their leaders. You know what I'm saying? You might catch one of them by themselves walking down the street or something, or something a final call, but with their leaders, you ain't getting nowhere near them cats.
What happened to get your hands out of my pocket?
Yeah, God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, Malcolm could have been protected, but Malcolm, Malcolm, he was just a little over righteous because they were
Yeah.
going to protect him. Bumpy Johnson and them was going to hold him down, but he was like, nah, he didn't want it.
He didn't want it,
He just
yeah.
killed him, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then he was telling Bumpy he didn't want a bloodbath in Harlem because it would have been the Nation of Islam and the gangsters killing each other. But Bumpy told him, I could put 100 men around you with guns at all times. And Bumpy had that kind of power.
Con.
But then Malcolm was like, well, if they try to come kill me, then black men going to be dying on each side because the gangsters going to be shooting the Nation of Islam. They going to be shooting the gangsters. So he didn't really want that. But they ended up killing him at the Audubon ballroom because his security was last. You know? We told that nigga, get your hand out of my pocket. Right? Where we at?
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 7.
Read that.
I have committed an offense in abasing myself, that ye may be exalted, because I have preached to you the gospel of God freely.
What?
Because I have preached the gospel of God freely.
See that? The gospel is supposed to be taught freely. Okay? That's what Paul said to the Corinthians. He said, in other words, I didn't really require anything from y'all monetarily to teach y'all the word of the Lord. Okay? Hold that. Go to Matthew 10 and 5. Hold 2 Corinthians 11 and 7 and go to Matthew 10 and 5. That's the precept that links up to it. Read that.
And everybody got to say con.
Con.
Matthew chapter 10 verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Salakia, these 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Come on.
But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Come on.
And as ye go,
As you go to Israel, preach unto them. Go ahead.
saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Tell Israel the kingdom of heaven is at hand for them. Come on.
Heal the sick.
Heal the sick. Go ahead.
Clean the lepers.
Cleanse the leper. Go ahead.
Raise the dead.
Raise up the dead. Go ahead.
Cast out devils.
Right. Cast out spirits and demons. Go ahead.
Freely ye have received.
Freely ye have received. Come on.
Freely give.
Freely give. Kind. So the word should never be about a prosperity thing or, I'm getting all this money, so if whatever I want to purchase, I could purchase. Whatever. I'm the bling bling pastor. Whatever. Kind.
Con.
It should never be about that. Yahushua said, freely I receive, freely give. Of course you're going to need money. Don't get simple. But that shouldn't be the motivation. Kind? And you shouldn't suppose that gain is godliness because you got over $1 million worth of jewelry on, the Lord is with you. Because the Lord can show you I'm not with you and I can get you stuck.
Con.
Kind? Go ahead.
Provide neither gold nor silver.
Go back to 2 Corinthians 11 and 7. Read it again from the top.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 7. Have I committed an offense in abasing myself, that ye may be exalted, because I have preached to you the gospel of God freely?
I have preached to you, he told the Corinthians, I preached to y'all the gospel freely. Right, go ahead.
I robbed other churches.
See that? Paul said, I robbed other churches. All right? So Paul was sticking up the churches back then with a sword. Nah. The elder said it's okay to rob the churches. Let's go get these pastors. Israel needs some money. Nah. All right, read it again.
I have committed an offense in abasing myself, that ye may be exalted.
Go ahead.
Because I have preached to you the gospel of God freely.
Come on.
I robbed other churches.
Because back our elders, back in 1 West, they used to be like, see, Paul robbed the churches, right? But now let's not talk about that. What did Paul mean by that when he said that? Let me see who's thinking. Anybody know? Read the whole thing. Read all of 8.
Verse 8, I have robbed of the churches.
See that? We can stick up churches, huh? Let's go. Just like them brothers in Brooklyn. Let's go rob these churches. They ain't teaching the truth anyway. I got my old 4 or 5 in the closet. Let's go get this money. Right? Go ahead.
Taking wages of them to do you service.
He said, I robbed other churches, taking wages of them to do you service. Come on.
And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable. So like and when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man, for that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied in all things. I have kept myself from being burdensome unto you, and so will I keep myself, as the truth
That's
of
it on that in 9. That was 9, right?
Yeah,
Verse 9.
Come.
All right, that was the end of 9.
Yes, come.
Yeah. Anybody want to take a crack at it? What did Paul say, meant when he said, "I robbed of the churches"?
He's talking about robbing them of their congregants that are paying them tithe.
No.
No?
Anybody read it again? Read verse 8 again.
Verse 8, I have robbed of the
He
churches,
said, "I robbed other churches." Go ahead.
taking wages of them,
Taking wages of them. Come on.
to do you service.
So what?
To do you service.
Anybody know what he mean?
Um,
Was Paul actually sticking up churches?
no.
No.
Huh?
No.
Did he have
Wait.
the 40 cow robbing the pastors? Huh?
To do service.
I can't understand what that means.
First of all, does he literally mean robbed?
No.
No.
All right, it's a figure of speech. Okay?
Con.
What is Paul saying? Read it again one more time, the 8th verse.
And I robbed of the churches, taking wages of them,
Right? I robbed other churches, taking wages of them. Come on.
to do you service.
To what?
To do you service.
Now, y'all should have it.
Wait.
All right?
It's right.
Brother,
No,
okay.
Randy.
He
Raddy.
like went to the churches and like told the people the truth to make them come to like the light.
No.
That's what I was thinking too.
I don't know.
Go to
This is
go to
hard.
go to
Don't tell us
2
yet.
Thessalonians.
Okay.
Go to 2 Thessalonians 4:16. This precept should answer it for y'all.
4 and 13.
Yeah.
I like trivia.
Huh?
I love trivia.
Yeah, car.
Second Thessalonians.
Oh, robbing churches.
He said Second
Elder
Thessalonians,
Rabbi said it's
Thessalonians
okay
what?
that we could go out there and rob churches.
You get first
3 and
one.
13.
Huh?
He said 4 and 13.
2 Thessalonians 3 and 13.
Let me see what I want. No, my bad, my bad. Philippians. Let me see what I want. Salakia.
Okay. Philippians, not said. Okay.
Let's go to Philippians 4
Uh-huh.
and start at 15.
Everybody got to say come.
Con, I got it.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 15.
Yeah, start at 15. Philippians 4:15. Read that, King.
Now ye Philippians know also that in the beginning of the gospel, when I departed from Macedonia, no church communicated with me as concerning giving and receiving, but ye only.
Right, he said, no churches communicated with me about giving and receiving, but ye only. Right? Nobody was talking about giving up that money but y'all. God? The other churches was being stingy. God?
For even in Thessalonica, ye sent once and again unto my necessity.
Meaning he said what? You sent offerings not once, but twice, so I can make sure I was good. So that, listen, make sure Apostle Paul got what he needs so he can travel and do the work. God? That's like if we say, yo, we going to Atlanta to teach, we got to make sure we got our plane, our Airbnb. So he said, all right, Elder, we going to take up a collection. How much we got? All right, we gave you 300. Is that going to be enough? Nah, I'm probably going to need a little bit more. We're going to take up another collection. We got 400. Oh, that's 700. That's more than enough. Con? So Paul was saying, y'all gave to my necessity, meaning y'all gave what I needed. Y'all gave more than enough. Y'all didn't give once, but twice. Con?
No.
Go back to 2 Corinthians 11 and 8 now.
Okay.
All right? Matter of fact, hold up. You got to read that 17th verse in Philippians.
Okay.
Philippians 4:17.
4 verse 16. For even in Thessalonica,
Thessalonica,
Ye sent once and again unto my necessity.
So he said, y'all sent not only once, but y'all sent twice to make sure I was good. I had enough. I had more than enough for what I needed to my necessity. Come on.
Not because I desire a gift.
Not because I desire a gift. Paul was like, not because I'm trying to get money out of y'all. Go ahead.
But I desire fruit that may abound to your account.
In other words, listen, so I can have enough to do what I need to do to bring in this fruit. And I can say, yo, the church in Philippia helped me out so I can travel comfortably and I can teach the people and bring in the fruit. And I can give y'all credit for that for helping me out. Okay? Now, go back to 2 Corinthians 11 and 8.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8. I rob of the churches.
I did what?
I rob of the churches.
Right, so did Paul put out a 50 cal and stick the church up? Right? A full snub nose? Right? When he said I rob other churches, meaning what? I got from other churches, so I didn't have to bother y'all. The other churches I took from them. You know what I'm saying? But he said rob. It's like kind of like hip talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all rob them cats so y'all could be good. Meaning I got more than enough from them, so I don't have to bother the church in Corinth. Go ahead. Right. Read it again, King.
I rob of the churches.
Go ahead.
Taking wages of them.
Come on.
To do you service.
He said, listen, I got money from y'all, from other churches, so I could come and teach y'all.
Wow.
You understand? That's what he meant in Philippians 4. Remember he said, not that I desire a gift, but I may so like not because I desire a gift, but I desire fruit. So I'm getting what's necessary from y'all to go and teach and bear other fruit. And look, I ain't really got to bother the church in Corinth. I took from them to come serve y'all. Go ahead. Right, go ahead.
And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man for that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia.
From where?
From Macedonia.
See that? Didn't he mention Macedonia and Philippians? He said the brethren that came from Macedonia, go ahead.
Supplied.
They did what?
Supplied.
They supplied, go ahead.
In all things I have kept myself from being burdensome unto you.
Because the church in Corinth had a lot of problems. So Paul was like, look, I don't want to come and be an extra burden to y'all. I got from the other brothers so I can come to y'all and serve y'all. Okay? And I don't really have to burden y'all for anything. Okay?
What nationality was the Macedonians?
Macedonians was a combination of nations.
Okay.
But the original Macedonians was the Medes, and then the Greeks came in and ruled. But by this time, Israel is scattered there also. That's why Paul said the Macedonians, it was Israelites scattered in Macedonia that he was going to teach. Okay? But you had mixed nations in Macedonia.
Okay.
I was going to say Macedonia and Greek, because they're next to each other. And King Philip of Macedonia was also the first king of Greece.
Okay. Go to 1 Maccabees 1 and 1. But by this time, Paul is talking about Israelites scattered in Macedonia. Everybody understand? Con.
First Maccabees 1?
1 Maccabees 1 and 1.
Everybody got to say come. 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip.
Alexander the so-called great.
The Macedonian.
So-called great. The what?
The Macedonian.
See, he was actually an Edomite Greek, but they called him a Macedonian. Because they were all ruling in that region.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Who came out of the land of Chittim.
Chittim, I believe Chittim is Cyprus. All right, Chittim would be Cyprus today. Go ahead.
Has smitten Darius.
He smote Darius, come on.
King of the Persians. And Medes.
Right, because the Medes was in there, then the Persians took over the Medes, and then the Greeks came in power. So there were different conglomerates of nations in that area, but the Greeks came in at this time under Alexander in 333 BC. Go ahead.
And he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Right, so he reigned over the Greek Empire, but he controlled that area of Macedonia. But there were, by the time of Paul, he's going there to teach scattered Israelites. He's going to the church at Macedonia, which were Israelites that was in Macedonia. Okay? All right, so You can't rob churches. That's not what Paul did. Right? I just put that in there because the preacher man got stuck up. But you can't rob churches. Our elders used to mess with that with us back in Warren West. But no, Paul didn't mean that. He didn't mean he literally went and was, give up your gold and silver coins. You know what I'm saying? Pull it out. Back then he would have been pulling out a sword. He would have had a 4/5 or a 38. So we're gonna get like 3 new moon scriptures and close it out. I know the natives are restless, but we're almost home. All right, go to Numbers 10 and 10.
Okay. Yeah, you see it. You see it as soon as you open the door. You see the restroom.
Numbers 10 and 10?
Numbers chapter 10, verse 10.
Numbers 10 and 10.
Numbers 10 and 10.
Rock.
Sure.
Is that what they kind of doing with the 501c? Like robbing? They're not robbing them. They like, you know,
They're
like
giving them money.
they giving.
No, they
they
giving us the government. They get money from the government. They don't pay no taxes. They get all kinds of other.
But how did that happen for
You
them
know,
to
but
give
that-
money to not preach us the word, but they taking money from the church? They giving money to the churches and not giving us the knowledge. How does that happen?
Because the government don't want us to learn the truth.
Well,
So it's all set up at the top. It's all set up at the top. It's not. They're not just doing it by happenstance. It's all set up. It's all set up to keep us away from getting the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the tax-free thing has always been like that since the country was conceived. But George W. Bush came up with the 501c3 to get the preachers in line, like Brother just said, to keep us in the dark so that they push a political agenda as opposed, because they don't want to see no more Martin Luther Kings from the 60s heading the civil rights movement. So they squashed all that by paying them off. And now they won't say anything about Israel being us being Israel or anything like that. Like what's his name, Gino Jennings.
Gino Jennings.
Yeah, they'll antithesize that and say it's just the opposite because they're getting all this money, and of course they're tax free. Of course.
Yeah. They basically pay it off to not teach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's what it comes down to.
100%.
It's paid off not to teach the truth. Remember, George Bush is straight Illuminati. So it's all set up at the top. All these guys are paid and set up to not teach us the truth.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why you see T.D. Jakes and all them, and they be with the celebrities.
Snakes.
Yeah, and all that, and Tyler Perry gave him $1 million tithe.
That's
and,
so sad.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And then they caught his son, selling his body in the park in Dallas.
Who you talking about?
Who?
T.D. Jakes, yeah.
Oh, really?
They caught his son.
Wow, I didn't know that.
They caught his son being a male prostitute.
Right.
In the park.
Wow.
It was this park in Dallas that was famous for homosexual prostitution. And T.D. Jakes' son was in there selling his body.
Wow.
Yeah.
To Tyler Perry? No, I'm kidding.
No, probably. No, to Medea. Yeah. Probably though, you know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry probably said, look, I'm going to give this $1 million type, but I got to have your son. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a piece of that son. Read that, Numbers 10 and 10.
Numbers chapter 10 and verse 10. What
Go
everybody
ahead.
got to say, Con?
Come.
Also in the days of your gladness, and in your Solomon days, and in the beginning of your months.
Right, so today would be the beginning of the 5th month, so-called July 27th at even, which brings in the 5th month according to the new moon calendar. Come on.
Ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that ye may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God.
Right, go from there to Psalms 81. Just read 3 and 4. Get right to the point. Psalms 81, 3 and 4.
Psalms 81, chapter 3 and verse 4. Blow up. And everybody got to say, come.
81 and what?
81 and 3.
Okay.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon,
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon. Go ahead.
and the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Go ahead.
For this was a statute for Israel, and the law of the God of Jacob,
Go ahead.
that he, so like this, he.
Oh, that's it. That's just the third and the fourth verse. So, blow up the trumpet in the new moon. Brother Michael Ward is blowing up the ram's horn, symbolic to the trumpet in the new moon. And we're coming together on our day of gladness to celebrate our great feast day, the new moon. You know, 1 month closer to salvation. Right? That's how you got to look at it. Okay? All right. What's wrong with the light?
Oh, it changes color with the TV. It's hooked to the TV.
Go from there to the Apocrypha. Go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 45.
The guy. Give me the book. Give me the book control right there.
2nd Ezra 6 and 45.
Everybody got to say, "Con." Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 45. Upon the 4th day thou commandest that the sun should shine, and the moon give her light.
Right, on the 4th day of the Most High creation, he commanded that the sun should shine and the moon should give her light. Good.
And the stars shall be in order,
Good.
and gave us them a charge to do service upon men that was to be made.
Right, and gave all the lights of the firmament charge to do service unto man that was to be created. So one of the services that the moon gives to us is a detonation of time. All right, it denotes time, like we were talking about in the last new moon. All right, it does service unto us. Okay. All right. Go from there to the New Testament. Luke 21:25. Luke chapter 21, verse 25.
All right.
Everybody got to say, "Con."
I put it on real quick on the next slide.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Right, we see that now, distress of nations. All right, they had an interview with the first lady of Ukraine, and she was saying, you know, how it's still bad over there, you know. They said Russia's still bombing us, you know. They had a 4-year-old girl that they had a big funeral for. She had Down syndrome, and she died in one of the Russian bombings. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, they want the United States to not forget that we're in a war over here. All right? Give us another $40 billion. And make the Negro pay $6 for gas. All right, go ahead.
And there should be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Go ahead.
With perplexity.
With confusion, a lot of confusion, right? Now you got monkey pox popping up. All right? People getting scared of that. They lining up in New York to get the vaccine. But they brought out it's the gay community that's spreading it. They said it's mainly homosexual sex between men that's spreading the monkeypox. All right, go ahead.
The sea and the waves roaring.
Come on.
Men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those which are coming on the earth.
Yeah, men's hearts failing them for fear. They said a dirty bomb is coming to New York, a nuclear dirty bomb. They said New York residents better get ready. They got disaster preparedness commercials now for a nuclear strike, and they're talking about how a nuclear, you don't need too many complicated chemicals or whatever to make a dirty nuclear bomb. Anybody could make it up in a lab somewhere. So they basically setting the stage. They basically setting the stage for a dirty bomb nuclear attack on New York, and anybody could have made it somewhere in a lab. You don't need too many materials to make it or something like that. But men's hearts are failing them for fear, right? They might hit New York with a dirty bomb, a nuclear dirty bomb. Go ahead.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Because the world leaders are in an uproar. Their time is coming. They got to make moves on this earth to try to establish their new world order. Right, go ahead.
And then shall they see.
They blew up the Georgia Stones, right? Blew the Georgia Guidestones up. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud.
So all these things leads up to Yahweh's second coming. Go ahead.
With power and great glory.
With power and great glory. All right? You're going to see Yahweh come back. But we're going to see signs in the heavens first. All right? In the sun, the moon, the stars, eclipses, and different things and signs. All right? Chariot sightings in the heavens. All before the second coming of Yahweh. Go ahead.
And when these things begin to come to pass.
So when we start seeing these things happen, go ahead.
Then look up and lift up your heads.
Look up, lift up your head. Go ahead.
For your redemption draweth nigh.
Because your salvation is coming soon. This is the beginning of the end. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And he spake to them a parable.
That's it on that. Colossians 2:16-17. Colossians 2:16-17. How to forget.
Everybody got to say con. Colossians chapter 2 and verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of an holy day.
Right, so don't let a man judge you in meat, drink, or respect of a holy day. Does that mean you can eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster? No. Paul was talking about meat and drink offerings according to the law. Everything wasn't being done according to the Mosaic law at this time. So he said, don't let a man judge you as long as you're repentant in Yahweh and keeping the rest of the commandments to the best of your ability. Go ahead.
Or of the new moon.
Or of the new moon. Go ahead.
Or of the Sabbath days.
Whether you're keeping the new moon the exact correct way, don't let a man judge you. As long as you acknowledge it and doing it to the best of your ability. Same thing with the Shabbat. Go ahead.
Which are a shadow of things to come.
Is a shadow of things to come. We're going to do all of this for real in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
But the body is of Hamashiach.
The body is of Hamashiach Yahushua. Because what? In Hamashiach Yahushua, all things will be perfected. All right? So long as you're doing it sincere in the spirit of Yahushua now, you know, we'll do it perfect in the kingdom. You had your hand up, Madam?
Yeah, I don't know if this was a precept.
Which one?
A precept what we just read, Judges 5 and 11. Is that a
Yeah,
precept?
read that real quick. Judges 5 and 11. Because this is a rehearsal. That's why Paul said it's a shadow of things to come. You got to rehearse and then you got to perform. So you know your shadow is a silhouette of you, but it's not you. All right, an image of you, but it's not you. All right, the real you is making that shadow. So the real deal is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Judges 5 and 11.
Judges chapter 5 and verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
They shall what?
Rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Rehearse
the
righteous acts. So no man could judge you because you're rehearsing. You're not going to get it perfect now. I don't even care if you go to Jerusalem. You're not going to get it perfect because Jerusalem is defiled now. All right? The scriptures tell you devils would inhabit our land. So inhabited as far as ruling it. So it's defiled over there now. So, you know, oh, you're not keeping a new moon according to Jerusalem time. You're not keeping the feast days in Jerusalem. Most High is not acknowledging your feast day. That's not true. The Lord said we're rehearsing. All right, go ahead.
They rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
Right. Go ahead.
Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
That's it on that. So the Lord said, we rehearse the righteous acts. Okay? So no man could judge you. You know, everybody's a perfectionist when it comes to the law and the feast days, but we're not in Jerusalem. Yahweh is not here. We're not set up and established back as a nation, so it's not going to be perfect now. I don't care where you're doing it, how you're doing it. You think you're doing it so perfectly, Yahweh going to straighten it out when he returns. All right. do the best we can. The most, I just want to see the effort now. Alright? So that's it on that. Any questions or comments? Alright. No, you can't rob the churches. Go catch the next pastor for $1 million worth of blame. So you're hot, man. I'm gonna pawn it and I'm gonna give it to the camp. Righteousness, huh? Paul said he robbed other churches. No. Con?
I was just thinking of an experience to my robbing the churches. When I went up, we talking about the Nation of Islam. When I went up the first time I had a meeting with Farrakhan, and I was up in Century City on Avenue of the Stars, where the president stays before they built that new thing downtown. The U.S. president used to stay there. And when we came across around the corner, you should have seen how many men were in front of that door. I mean, his bodyguards. And then when I was in the meeting with him, his
president?
No, I'm talking about Farrakhan.
Oh, Farrakhan, yeah.
And then his personal bodyguard was sitting next to him the whole time, like ready to just grab everybody in case. I mean, he was so well protected, it was unbelievable.
Man, I'm telling you, man, they don't play, man.
And then when he sent an entourage to Honolulu when we were bringing him over, and they debugged and just went through the whole room preparing it before he came, just to make sure it was no funny business. I mean, it was like the Secret Service. It was really serious, you know.
The man said, Farrakhan said he doesn't eat snacks on planes.
No, he takes it
because
with him.
because
He'll take it with him. Right.
He said they could be poisoning them.
And they search everybody before they go on the plane.
Yeah.
In addition to the airport security. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Con. You know.
I thought he had his own plane by now.
No, he don't do that.
He got a big part of it. He get protected like that.
Yeah, he's more likely than not CIA. Yeah, he's more likely than not. You know what I'm saying? From the time that they killed Malcolm, they more likely than not now connected to the CIA.
Oh, okay.
To get that kind of, there's not saying the nation can't protect them like that, but more likely than not, they're connected to the CIA. You know, so these black leaders they control. You know what I'm saying? They may seem like they for us, but they control. Even Dr. Sebi exposed that. That's part of the reason why they killed him. Because he said when he went to all the black leaders, none of them were interested in helping the people. He said he went to Farrakhan, Oprah, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Bill Cosby, and he said none of them. He said, I got these herbs that can heal our people, but I need y'all voice and y'all backing to get it out to the masses. He said none of them was interested. He said he had proof that he cured people and everything.
Yeah.
He said none of the black leadership was interested because Esau would have finished them off.
They just posted something on the They just posted something on the Shade Room saying that some man was healed of HIV and leukemia through a dangerous stem cell transplant.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you knew Nipsey Hussle was going to do a documentary on him before he got
he
killed.
was going to do. Somebody was supposed to
Nick Cannon.
continue. Nick Cannon.
Nick Waterpistol.
They always talk
Yeah.
about
They were supposed to. He was supposed to, but they shut Nick Cannon down too.
They always talking about a dangerous.
Yeah. They But Dr. Sebi was the real deal.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he said, man, they were not interested. So more likely than not, because a lot of people debate, no, Farrakhan, he's for the people. You hear what he be saying, but they also have what you call control opposition. So you can say certain things to make it seem like you really for the people, but you're still controlled. You know? So all them guys, man, they CIA. CIA control. Well,
I knew he was controlled when they told him he couldn't take that money from Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Gaddafi told him he give him all that money.
No,
No, they told him he couldn't take it.
but he got a
The
loan
la-
from Gaddafi.
The last time it was on the news that the United States told him that he could
that was
take
like
that
in
money.
'96.
Yeah, that's what I
Gaddafi wanted to
heard.
give him like $8 billion.
Yeah, something like that. And the United States told him no, he could
Right.
not accept it
Yeah.
because it was at the time it was enemy of the United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cause he got 6 or 8 million from him.
No, I'm talking about it was
No, I
like
know you're talking about
that
something
billion that
different.
he was talking about. He was
No,
gonna
that
give
was
to
in
people.
'96, because that's
Yeah.
what to give him $1 billion.
Right.
Yeah,
Dr. Sebi?
yeah.
Huh?
No,
Farrakhan.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, and he was like to help the Muslim movement and the black people in America. He was gonna give him $8 billion, and they told Farrakhan he would not take that money.
They told him nope.
Nope. That is out of the question, Mr. Farrakhan. Not Mr. Favishan, but Mr. Farrakhan. Right? Hit that trumpet for me. Imagine upon your Jerusalem, stand and face Jerusalem for closing prayer. 4 corners and blessing of Israel. Hallelujah.
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 Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Raknawa.
Raknawa.
Waishala.
Waishala.
Mahabiyah Supply.
Ayasapoya. Shema.
Yashurallah.
Yashurallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alahayanawa.
Ayahayanawa.
Yahweh.
Shema. Yashurallah. Yahweh. Ayahayanawa. Yahweh. Shema. Yashurallah. Yahweh. Ayahayanawa. Yahweh. Shema. Yashurallah. Yahweh. Ayahayanawa. Yahweh.
Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, power, Yahweh is one. Deuteronomy 6, verse 4. Blessed O Most High Yahweh, by Shema Shakam Shah. Please watch out for Israel all throughout the 4 corners of the earth. All the camps, schools, congregations that are sincere in Yahweh Shai. By Shema Shakam Shah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Sisters come up in the 19 brothers, we see it. Keep it down, please. We still in prayer mode. It's not a regular person. Anointed prayer, number 6, 22 to 27, the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, English translation. Yes, this is not a routine. As we pray over y'all meditate, ask the Most High to help y'all out. Any difficulties, anything going on in your life. Make you a better sister, mother, wife, overall daughter of Zion. We finish, say your name 3 times, we repeat it, you receive your blessing. Hallelujah. Repeat after me, Makawa. Yabaraki Yahweh. Waya Shamaka. Ya Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'a Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Wayashamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Baruch Shema. Nawa. Aita. Shalat. Ma'aka'ala. Walahayim. La. Shema'ayim. Barak. Rapal. Aizah. Magun. Kazak. Hataziyah. Kwawa. Ada. Karima. Danielle. Cole. Akim. Cole. Akwafim. Cole. Bunyam. Yasha'ala. Bahashim. Hamashiach. Yahushua. The water. The yad. Avalon. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Akim, come up, sisters, be seated. Keep it down. Still in prayer mode. Let's go. Let's go. Same thing, Akim, anointing prayer, number 622 to 27. As we pray over y'all, you meditate. Ask the Most High to bless you, watch out for you. Help you through anything you might be struggling with, going through. Make you a better brother, husband, son, overall man of the Most High on the front line. Say the prayer, when we finish, repeat your name 3 times. We repeat it, receive your blessing. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, repeat after me. Makawar, Yabaraki Yahweh,
Baraki Yahweh,
Waishabaka,
Shemaka,
Ya Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Punyawa,
Bunyawa,
Ayaka,
Alika,
Wayakanka,
Kanka,
Yasha Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Punyawa,
Bunyawa,
Ayaka,
Alika,
Wayashamaka,
Shamika,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Mashiach,
Mashiach,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Babakusha,
Babakusho,
Shema,
Shema,
Nawa,
Nawa,
Aita,
Aita,
Shalak,
Salat,
Maikala,
Mahakawa,
Alahayim,
Ala'ayim,
La,
La,
Shema'ayim,
Shabbat,
Barak,
Barak,
Rapal,
Rapal,
Aizar,
Azal,
Magun,
Magum,
Kazak,
Kazak,
Hataziyah,
Ataziyah,
Kwawa,
Kawa,
Randy, 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 Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh,
God.
Yagai,
God.
Yagai,
God.
Yagai,
Rashad,
Rashad, Rashad, Rob Judah, Rob Judah, Rob Judah,
Makawar,
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 Makawar, Zabak,
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 Ko,
Ko,
Akim,
Akim,
Ko,
Ko,
Akwafim,
Awakim,
Ko,
Ko,
Bunyam,
Bunyam,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Hamashiach,
Hamashiach,
Yahushua,
Yahabusha,
the water,
the water,
the yad,
the Yam,
Abunam,
Abunam,
Hallelujah,
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Come here,
Come here, Sean.
I just stand up one more time, face the east, and pray for food and drink. Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Yahushua. Barak.
Barak.
Noah.
Noah.
Kag.
Kag.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Yarak.
Yarak.
Yahushua. Barak.
Barak.
Noah.
Noah.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Wa.
Wa.
Noah.
Noah.
Rum.
Rum.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wa.
Wa.
Noah.
Noah.
Kag.
Kag.
Shal.
Shal.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Yarak.
Yarak.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Yeah.
The Yah.
Avalon.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Blessed are Most High Yahweh, Bashim Mashiach, Kamashah, be blessed the food and the drink that we're about to receive for the new moon, Most High. Bless our new moon feast, Kag, Kadash Yarak, our exalted day, Rum Yawam, our Shabbat day, Shabbat, Bashah, Bashim Mashiach, Kamashah, the water, the Yah, Avalon. Everybody, Ashar,
Ashar,
Kadash,
Kadash,
Yarak,
Yarak.
Happy New Moon, 5th month. Eat, drink, and be merry. Good.
Excuse us, can we get back there, please?
Shalom, family. Hope y'all enjoyed the service. If y'all learned one thing tonight, we've done our job. Hope praise to Yahweh, Shema Mashiach.
They could
Love
sit
and ever
in.
Amen.
You
Come
want
here,
to
Shalom.
sit
We
this
still
down?
got next.
Yeah, you can sit right there.
All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Happy new blue moon, 5th month. All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Pre-Sabbath on behalf of HOI Los Angeles, HOI Nation and worldwide. Hope you enjoyed the new moon. Once again, if you learned one thing tonight, we've done our job. All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Shalom.
Wow.
Woman shalom.
Want to close out right here or just?
No, that's
it? Okay.